maybe for a network marketer, for example, how I apply this self-confidence technique and increase my downlines by over 80% in 3 months. Hey, network marketers that have not made one dime run up and down, they will rush. I know they'll first ask. There's no question that people like Adebosoye hate people asking, which company is that, please? Which company? Which company? You know, they will rush you. All right. We're saying maybe, and that one, for example, how an ex-construction worker or a former bricklayer, you know, how a former bricklayer made his first million within 30 days of applying this self-confidence technique. Tell me that you not sell. The same self-confidence that everybody's not making money from. All right. So that's the biggest marketing lesson that I learned. Nobody really cares about what you do, but they care about something. Make the connection. All right. Some of us, I used to be a programmer and web designer. One of the negative things about us is that we'll create products that we like and that we love. I want to force everybody to like that same thing. No, you will not sell. All right. You have to think about them, sell what they want. All right. Use what they want to sell on what you have. All right. So that is something that's a foundational philosophy for creating products. So for those of you who have not really made that much, okay, it's on now, or it's coming. Okay. For those of you who have really made that much impact with your products, with the naming and all that, if you can apply that. Is it coming up? It's warming up. Put the projector on the stove. It begins to have more value in your eyes. All right? Oh, now they laugh. Okay? Your life begins to have more value. You're not thinking of securing yourself. You know, say that person will never get to the chop, but they go fight for road. They carry bottle bad. They have no value in themselves. There's be one old proverb. I don't know that it's a northern saying. I don't know. But they say if you want to make a man responsible, give him a wife. Have you ever heard that before? He used to be very restive before, but once you just have a wife, children, responsibility, you go think twice before you go do rascality outside. So most people are on the bottom needs. As they go higher, your sense of who is talking when I'm talking. Okay. Thank you. As your sense of responsibility becomes higher, your sense of worth goes higher, you start wanting security and safety. All right? When you are secure, you are safe, you know, there's less chance of you being assassinated. You're not thinking about intimate relationships and friends. I think I need friends. How can I be a good friend? All right? Thank you very much. And that's because you now have who is gisting in my class? Thank you. Programs around raising godly families. And trust me, I see the need for that. But you see, your people you are selling to are at the bottom. They ain't thinking about that. It's food. When you are now have prestige and feeling accomplished, you know, you are now, you now graduate to self-actualization. They start asking, how do I achieve my full potential? The higher you go, the fewer people that you catch in those segments. And also, conversely, the higher you go, the richer those people are actually. You find out those people who are at the top of the pyramid, they are people who have high net worth. There are people who invest in things like, okay, let me go abroad for a $4,000 course that simply helps me expand on my purpose. You're laughing. You're like, $4,000. Ah, my God. No, don't die. And I'll carry the money to go buy land for a Bejuleki. Want to go and find purpose or higher existence. Want to go and find out the deeper meaning of why God made the earth in a certain way. Tony Robbins, you know how much his events go for? $10,000. So. No, he's not marketing those at the bottom. No, he's marketing, right? So it's okay if you have products for those at the top who are at the self-actualization level. They exist, but your marketing will be different. They are likely not on social media. All right? There are bank MDs who They have climbed this pyramid. They are somewhere there, some specialization. They really want to find their purpose, and you need to know how to market to them. It is very likely that at the current level you are at now, you don't have the wherewithal to market to them. First of all, you're not even visible to them. Because once you open your mouth, they start Googling you. Okay? You don't have to. You're supposed to look like you don't need the money. But that's a different, that's a different story. Most of us here, most of us, and I mean that with a very deep sense of respect, including me, people that we target are at the bottom there, physiological needs. Now, don't get it twisted. They have money. Oh. Don't say people have money. If they don't buy from you, they'll go and buy Bet Nigeria tickets. Trust me. They will go and use the money and buy lottery. Use the money and buy beer. I had one report. I talking to my friend. He said that, see, which companies, Guinness or Big Gouda, they are so astounded at the profits they make from Nigeria. Even in their home country, they don't make such profits. But Nigeria, my God, we consume. So you must consume your own too. All right? People at this stage, they have money. All right? The problem is they also have a scale of preference. It is your job to market what you do, to push down everything else on that scale of preference. Let me give you one of my secrets. When some of you that have bought some of my products, who has bought my product before? Who has bought my product before? You bought. Good. When do you think, if you're thinking strategically, when do you think I launch my products? Thank you very much. Why? I launched my products sometime between 22nd and 28th. Yes. So that before gate one salary come, school fees thing comes, I'm ready there. Oh yeah, bye. Exactly. I will collect my tax. Put it there. All right. Now that's something that you will never read in any book. Because in the Obodo Yibo, they don't depend on salary. They have credit cards. There's a credit card system. You can launch something in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. It's all the same to them because they're not paying from their pockets. All right. It's on a credit card. They and the bank settle over 20 years, 30 years. So do we market to them? It's not the way we market to here. You want to market early January. Guy. December was your time now. What were you doing in December? We did a launch December just before Christmas. Don't try it. Come my money and go and pay for Christmas. Don't try it. You know. So we did a launch like between 20th and 24th. Give me that Christmas money. The change and go and use that and go to village. With the remaining change. But I have to sell. All right. So as marketers, okay, because everybody here is a marketer. If you have a product, you are a marketer. You have to also think about not just marketing to them, but how do they think? People at the bottom, there are people who like instant gratification. There are those who don't have money to buy your product, but you see them the next minute flexing Christmas in the village. Because that's what's more important to them. So how do you frame what you have to interrupt how they think? That's what I just did here. Those of you who are in personal development people, you guys have the most amazing content, but you guys sell the least, and that should not be so. All right? The only problem is in framing. Framing. Most of us here are trying to sell what's on the other higher levels of the pyramid to those at the bottom. It is doable, but you must frame it. Fishers of men. You want to sell self-esteem to somebody who's just looking for food to eat. You frame it differently. Okay? You like, if you don't have self-esteem, if you don't have self-confidence, it is costing you money. Here's a story of how I had low self-esteem one day. I was sitting down there one day, and somebody who is Dangote's personal assistant or one of Dangote's MDs was sitting just beside me. I wanted to say hello, but I could not. I froze. I went back home, and I cried, and I cried. And I talked to my mentor, and we had a conversation. And he told me about a particular technique that can get me to approach anybody anywhere and get a positive response and get them to look forward to a second conversation. My brother, my sister, I took those 10 tips and I went back to that place. I spoke to this person. He invited me into his office and I signed a deal worth 100 million. That's a product. You sold that to somebody who wants to hammer. Is anybody listening here? Distracted. Look at me. I just self-esteem to somebody who just wants food to eat. All right? Who amongst us here is doing personal finance? Who's in personal finance? You're selling personal finance content. You are? Not you. Nobody? I'll jump over that example. All right. For those of you who are into how people can build wealth building, is anybody teaching that here? Okay. But the people who are into personal finance don't teach you how to save your money and all that. Nigerians are not interested in saving money. What Nigerians want? Hammer. To hammer. Okay. You know, now me, I'm pretty well educated. All right. So I see why I should invest for the long term. I see why I should save. Okay. I see why I should cut expenses. But how can I make more money? All right. So if it's free on Facebook, they will take it. But you can't sell a product on saving money to people at this level. No. However, I saw one brilliant idea on Instagram where somebody said she broke her colo. You know what colo is? Those savings, but she broke her colo and she found over 360 something thousand naira. See, they are open like this. That is something. So how was she able to save every single day? So for example, I can sell something like that and say, okay, how to cut down your expenses and save over 400,000 naira by the end of 2017. Hold it, without altering your lifestyle. Some of you are writing things down. Business plan. Bring my 10%. All right. So anyway, I just spent some time on the philosophy of the product. Right? You have to change the way you make your products. I don't really see marketing as something that you do, but more of a way of being, a philosophy. Just a philosophy is the way you think about your products, okay? So when you think about what the market wants, you can tailor the way you frame these things, all right? So let's move on now. Platform. If you have any issues, talk to me. Talk to me. Do not talk to one another. Talk to me. Amen? Good. Very good. Do you want me to wait for you to finish settling down? Eh? Should I wait for you? You are still yelling yourselves. Calm down. You exchange BBM pin after this one. Those of you that came here for husband and wife material and fruit of the womb, wait till when I'm done. You will have time. Okay? I'm not saying you should not do. But let me just finish. Can we stop moving about so I can teach? Are we done? Are we done? Dalo. Okay. So I'm now going to turn this thing upside down. Okay? Platforms. You see why I spend time on products? That's where the money is. But that's where people spend the least of their time. Why you spend the least of your time on what will make you money? That's where the actual money is. Everything I'm going to teach now is the interesting part. You go on Facebook Live and be showing yourself. People are clicking the likes. It's a good thing, no. But let's talk about the money first. Because when house rent period reaches, your landlord will not take Facebook likes. You say, sis, I don't have the money now, but I have 5,000 fans on Facebook. Eh? It's important, but place it where it should be. Amen? So platform, right? And by platforms, I mean Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Leave Twitter. I don't really use Twitter like that. Don't worry, I'll turn it around. Okay? You have Facebook, Instagram. Where else do we get? I mean, okay. YouTube is one. So, okay. I'll explain why I'm not seeing them as platforms. I see them mostly as audience building tools. We'll come to audience, okay? And I'll explain all this. Platforms, they are the social networks where all kinds of people are, okay? So on platforms, you have your Facebook page, your personal Facebook profile. That is not where you try and get customers, okay? Because there are people there with diverse interests. Have you met before? Okay, today, okay. You guys want to get my press program, sorry. Yeah, so this is where all kinds of people are. Have you ever seen me who follows me on Instagram here? A few of you. Have you ever seen me market anything on my Instagram? No. What I use Instagram only for pepper them. Eh? That's what I use Instagram for, to pepper them. And they'll be like, oh, why didn't you tell your training was yesterday? All right. Maybe you might make some money from Instagram, or I don't know. Good. But these platforms are mainly for you to siphon the audience, siphon members of your audience onto your own platforms. All right. And your own audience should be built on email, Facebook groups, and Facebook Messenger bots. These three technologies, if you can learn how to use them, you will dominate 2018. All right? You will, if you can learn how to use them, not just learn, but squeeze them. 6 figures will not be a myth. All right? The only distance between where you are now and where you want to be is in your audience building skills. Okay? I'm talking to somebody who has built a group of 50,000 people. Well, and 100 now. So I can tell you a thing. This is where the money is. It's not on the Facebook, on your profile, on your page, or on your Instagram. Okay? People on your Facebook and on your Instagram, there are people that want to see when next are you getting married, your engagement pictures. That's why such pictures get all the likes on Facebook. The day I will put maybe the picture of my engagement ring on Facebook, my God, Facebook will crash. People wait. I'll propose that full Facebook. But that's what they want to see anyway. All right, they're not. Most of them are not there to be, except now. There's a way of doing it now where if you join groups like Smart B Camp and you interact, many people in Smart B Camp, for example, will add you up as friends. And when you now put posts that have sense on your profile, you get a lot of traction. So, how do you join? Okay, sorry, I just assumed that everybody in the world is on Smart B Camp. Just search for Smart B Camp on Facebook. You see Smart B Camp big business community, but there's the page, there's the group. Join the group. Not the one that you like, but the one that you join. So search for Smart B Camp and you can join. Smart B Camp. Smart to get sense, B for business, and camp for camp meeting. All right, so it's Smart B Camp, big business community. So, I mean, we're not the only community out there, but there are other niche communities too that, they are an aggregation of people who are passionate about a particular niche, a particular industry, all right? When you join, if they are really engaging groups, not dead groups that you do and everybody just looking at you like this, all right? That one, you just started about your life. How would I say? But on Smart B Camp, there's a lot of people always looking at it. Many are not posting, but they are looking for content that can help their lives. And when you post what makes sense, they'll just add you as a friend. Because they too are trying to clean out their friend list with all the idiots they added from secondary school. You will know now. That reminds me, my New Year broadcast, I talked about the need for a social media audit. That's not what I may talk about now, but it just came to my consciousness now. So if you know that you are going to be anything useful in future, take 1 week, go and sit down and go and audit. There are times in your life when you don't have sense, and it's okay. We all had those times. See, I tell people that our parents got away with a lot of nonsense that they did because it was not being recorded. In our generation, we won't get away with it because everything is being recorded. That babe that you are having risky conversations with, you don't know people again these days. They will screenshot it. It will be on Instablog Niger. Linda Akeji will not pity you to be on her blog. She needs the revenue. Be very careful. So all the nonsense, half-baked opinions that you used to have when you were growing up, that you posted on Facebook, on your timeline, on your group, the time when you were joining them to say men are scum, all that idiocy, go and delete it. Because when you finally have sense, you won't be forgiven. You don't have sense now, so yeah, we understand. But one day you will have sense, and you forget that something like that is there to come back. There's this young girl, I don't remember her name. She's British. She was elected to one high office in the UK. And it really made waves because, you know, it's a symbol of hope. Number one, to women. Number two, to young people. So for, you know, when you are a symbol of hope and you're like, wow, this is amazing. She did it, so we can. 9 word people go enter her timeline. They now saw where she made one racist remark years ago when she was very young with her friends. She had to resign. Do you think it's like Nigeria, where you say, hey, aso? Come and impeach me. I said, you know, so we're getting to that point now. Got to go back, and I'm not judging you for all those things. Nobody as in bonus, all of us just get sense. Understood? Now that you have sense, take time, go and remove those things. Some of those pictures that do not portray you in a positive light. If you don't want to delete them, set them on only me. Because some of them, maybe you want to show your children that you're once a rascal. It's okay. So you can set it to only me to still be there, but not accessible to anybody else. Some people that you took pictures with, you're not quite sure you want to be identified with what they now represent. Go and check it out. Anyway, just a digression. Why did I go here? Okay, good. Thank God. All right. So I was talking about Facebook and the fact that, you know, some people are looking for how to clean up that. Yes, that's why I got here. Some people are looking for how to clean up their timelines and their friend lists. So they join all these Facebook groups. And when you post things, or maybe like on health, on network marketing, those who are in that industry or want to learn more about that industry, they would most of the time add you up as a friend. And sometimes too, you can be proactive. When you see comments on your post, you can add them as friends. And then when you post stuff on your own profile, those guys will engage and they like and they do all that stuff. So that's a new way of marketing on platforms. But even at that, you need to move all these guys over and make them members of your audience, okay? Using email, groups, and bots. Is that clear? Good. So now I'm going to show you how. I'll start with email. Did it enter? All right. That's good. Email. I wrote just email here, but if I don't turn it now, they say I did not turn it. We should copy. Eh? I don't want to be accused of marginalization. We have to apply federal character to this presentation. All right. Okay, email. We have a saying in online marketing that the inbox is the best social network. Why? If your Facebook account is closed down today, you can't carry your friends anywhere. All right, you need to move them on to a platform that you own and control, and that is your email list. Okay, I know many of us have heard about email list building. Hopefully, I'm going to simplify the whole thing today. All right, so the whole thing starts with you having a database of email subscribers. Okay, I'll just use. We used to use cylinder to. I don't know why they use cylinder to. So I cannot draw. Use your imagination, please, and complete this drawing. All right. So this is your database. This is where they like drum. We used to fetch water from rainwater at that time. People remember? People are denying your childhood. We used to fetch rainwater at that time. This kind of drum. People have denied. It's okay. It's only me that's a Paco child here. Cylinder. No, drum. What is drum? Iron drum. Where they put for outside. Okay. So, many of us have seen these things. These are what we call squeeze pages, right? Or opt-in pages or landing pages. The important thing is that they have this name and email on the form. They put their name and email, they submit it. Have you seen this before? Good. That is called, the technical term for that thing is called a squeeze page. Okay? Squeeze page. It's squeeze page. Squeeze, to squeeze orange. Squeeze page. I don't know why it's called that. There must be a philosophy behind that, but that's the name, sha. Squeeze page. Okay? Squeeze page. Okay? So every squeeze page that you create, it has a unique URL, a unique address. So you can take that address and put it on your Facebook profile or wherever your word people exist. All right? You put it on your Facebook profile or wherever. So when they click it, they will come. This is where they put their name and email. And when they click submit, their name and email will enter your email database. This drum right here. So. And so, over time, you will now have a list of people who have subscribed to be members of your email list. Hence the word email list. It's a list of emails. So, yeah. Correct. All right. Do we get it? Simple enough? Not yet? Shall I say it again? Okay. If I come here, this microphone. What I was saying is that it all starts with this thing we call a squeeze page. Have you seen this kind of thing before? Even if you don't have one, you've at least opted into one before or seen it on the internet. All right, so it starts with you creating something like this. And when you do, it's going to have a URL. Okay? Projector, please go to smartbcamp.com / which one I go use now? /sign up. smartbcamp.com/sign up. I think it's better I show you on the projector. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So while it's coming up, is someone pulling that up? Are you going? Someone should do that. Get on it. Versatile. Learn that. Oh, he's one that does it normally. Okay. Okay. Where's your deputy? You don't have deputy. Okay, while he is snapping the photo, I will use my mouth and explain it. So it starts with you creating this. When you create it, you will have a URL. Like what I was telling them to pull up now is smartbcamp.com/sign up. Every page like this you create will have a URL. That is what you read. That's what you distribute. Okay? So when they pull it now, you see it. You see something like name and email submit. What happens in the background is that when they submit, it enters your database and you'll be able to see it. Chiamaka Obekwe and her email address. You can have hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of those emails. The beauty of that is that you can broadcast a message to them at the push of a button. Okay? That is the whole jargon that we call email marketing. So yeah, simple enough. Has anybody commandeered the laptop yet? Okay, no, let's wait for the photo to finish. All right, so that is just it. You build this quiz page, all right, and you connect it to your email database. So when they type their name and their email, it will enter your email list. So you can log in and be seeing how many people are subscribing. Now, these are people that when you have a product to launch, the beauty of emailing these guys versus posting to Facebook is that you don't know how many of your Facebook followers are interested in what you are doing, whether it's real estate or network marketing or whatever it is you are doing. You don't know how many of them. But anybody who can subscribe to your email list is definitely interested in what you have to say. So they are the people that you need to be marketing to. So you need to build your email list. Okay? Okay? Good. Now, the question that you're going to be thinking about is, how do I create this page? 1, how do I create this database? 2, all right? Before I go to that, very few people would want to just say, okay, I need a business case study. Who's a coach here? Is there any coach here? Coach, what do you coach on? Fitness. Oh, beautiful. That's a booming industry right now. It's a booming one. Okay. Did you have a company name or a brand name or your personal name? Oh, that's what you're wearing. Beautiful. So the Fit Mom Hub, for example. Very, very few people would subscribe to your email list if you just say, click here to subscribe to updates from the Fit Mom Hub. That's a weak call to action. All right. A strong call to action involves what we call a lead magnet. Very good. A lead magnet. Very good. All right. If you guys don't know what lead magnets are, don't worry. We're driving slow. We're not in a hurry. I will explain. Okay. A lead magnet. First of all, what is the etymology or the breakdown of lead magnets? A lead in online marketing is somebody we refer to as a prospective customer. You never buy, but if you buy today, if you buy tomorrow, all right? As a matter of fact, leave that one. A lead is anybody in your email database. Get that? A lead is anybody who has subscribed to your email list. That is your lead. So lead magnet, now within the magnet, the leads, them, they come. Hello. My phone is on silent too. Yeah? Help me now. Lead, okay, is anybody in your list. Magnet, know what a magnet be now? Eh? What? Thank you. So a lead magnet is something that attracts leads. All right? Do you get that? All right? So what attracts leads? Free information. All right? So your lead magnet can be a free ebook, okay, or a free audio recording. One of my most powerful lead magnets was actually an audio recording that I did. It was called Website Cash Machines. How to turn your website into an income generating machine or some 2015 or so. You know, it was an audio recording. I just sat down, recorded for about 45 minutes, and I put it out there and said, to get this audio, subscribe, click, put your name and email here, and it will automatically be sent to you. That's an effective lead magnet, okay? So for the Fit Mom Hub, for example, instead of saying, click here to subscribe to our updates, you can think of a specific problem you want to solve for free out of the many problems you already solve. Just think of one and make that into, it doesn't have to be very voluminous. Oh, beautiful, is up. I'll come to that now. It doesn't have to be a very voluminous ebook, all right? Just 12 steps to losing weight naturally, all right? And this thing might be something that's already free on your blog. Oh, they don't have to know. They don't have to know, all right? But because of the way you take it, you package it, put in a PDF. Do you know how to make a PDF? Yeah, if you don't know how to make a PDF, the easiest way to do it, the easiest way to make a PDF is to use Google Docs. But if you know Google Docs is like Word that is online. You don't need to install it. Just go to docs.google.com. You see your MS Word window there. Just they type, they go, click save as PDF. Otito. We have an ebook. Oh, is Otito? Someone's correcting me. Sorry. All right. So that's the easiest way. I mean, there are other more kung fu methods of creating ebooks, but so I don't confuse you, the easiest way, go to Google Docs, docs.google.com. Type all your sermon there, save as PDF. You have a PDF, all right? So now that becomes your lead magnet, okay? Fit Mom Hub, 21 ways to. You can even go niche and say even belly fat, for example. People go crazy about those niche topics, right? 21 ways to lose belly fat naturally. And I'll talk about a formula called ROT formula for naming your lead magnets and even your products, right? So you have that now, and then you say, okay, click here to subscribe, and you will get this PDF for free. Now that's what? Okay. Now that's a strong and compelling lead magnet. So what happens is that when they put a name and email here, this database has been configured to automatically send them the PDF. It's that simple. Okay? On the board here, one of the ones I used was Smart Bcamp. This is a very beautiful page, but has a weak call to action. Okay? It says, get exclusive access, join our mailing list, and be the first to know about our events, programs, blah, 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 blah. Nobody really wants to be the first to know. All right? We'll hear somehow. Okay. All right, but this is a very pretty page. Please open a new tab and go to another page, which I think is less beautiful, but it is more compelling. That one gave me 500 leads in one night. Go to smartbcam.com/OBF. O for orange, B for banana, F for Fanta. Fanta. All right. So go there. I'll show you a much better and compelling lead magnet, which and then I'll tell you how I created it. It's blocking you. Sorry. Just tell me. I will just be moving around. I'm the class rep and teacher at the same time. Are you seeing it now? Is somebody going to the OBF? Okay. We are driving very slowly. We'll get to the bus stop. If you have any question, you write it down. I will answer all of your questions. Do not be afraid. The internet is... which one is slow? Is it the internet or your typing speed? Don't blame the internet. Say the truth. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All right. In the meantime, let's call on Davido for a performance. While we are waiting. This thing have not opened yet. Do you need help? Can I come and give a helping hand? Are you sure? Should I come and spell it? I should continue. But it's from there I want to continue. I need to show you what a compelling something looks like so I can break it apart for you. These people are about to sleep. Oh. With this air conditioner, the cold for this side. I'm catching all of you in my eye. No, it's distracting. They'll start checking WhatsApp. Don't trust you. Don't trust you people. So just say, ping, sister. Shay, check on your phone. And besides, your phone might not even render it the way I want you to see it right now. Thank God, oh. You don't show. Okay. So this was a very effective one. It's not very pretty. I don't know why. I don't know. I should change something there, but it was a whoa. Person phone the ring. All right. So you see that PDF looking book there, Online Business Fundamentals. Get my top tools for setting up a high converting web presence. All right. I was on the teleseminar one day and I just created this to generate leads. In one night, I got 500 people signed up just to get this PDF. All right. And they got it, but that is now 500 more people I can market to. You see why I said the money is in the list. All right. The money is in your audience. It's not in how many followers you have on the Instagram or on the Facebook. If you know how many people have a lot of followers on Instagram but don't know how to make money, you'll be surprised. All right. So good. What you want to know now is how did I create this, Abi? Good. Say what? Okay, how you can get able to see it. Now, first things first, I told you guys that when you create a squeeze page like this one, it will have an address, right? Good. So the address up there, that's what I was spelling out to them. smartbcam.com/OBF. It's not working. If you go there, you won't get anything. I've removed it. This is just for teaching purposes, for training. So the URL is at the bottom. If I were trying to publicize this thing now, I will just take this URL and put on my Instagram, for instance. I'll take this fine ebook design, put on Instagram. I'll say to get this book, link in my bio. Get it? They will go to my bio. They will sign up to get the book. But I will now have them in my email list and I can be blasting them. Get it? People, they are following doesn't mean that they're on your email list. So maybe we'll follow you, but I know your email list. Uh-huh. So that's that. So now the easiest way to make this kind of thing is a software called Lead Pages. That's the easiest way I know. You don't even need a website. Easiest way. There are many options. I'll give you like 2 or 3 of them. Leadpages.net. Lead me in the way I should go. Pages, turn the page. All right, leadpages.net. They are a great service, but it's pretty expensive, especially for those of you who are just starting. All right, one of my big talents is showing you how to start with the minimum amount of money, and as you get more profitable, you can scale upwards, right? But if you don't want to bother yourself on the technicalities or anything, leadpages.net is the easiest. The beautiful thing about them is that they have templates. So you don't have to build this thing. I didn't have to build it, okay? Or even the previous page that was so beautiful, I didn't build it. It was a template. Change the name, put your logo, bam, it's done. Huh? It's that easy. All this is like rocket science. So lead pages is expensive. I think it's about $47 a month. You know, I'm not saying you should use it, but I'm just giving you as an option. Okay, I'll give you that cheaper options. Now, the one I used for this one, okay, it costs, now Lead Pages is $47 every month. The one I used cost $47 once and for all. It's called Thrive Architect. Thrive, to thrive in the land of the living. Architect, the person that used to draw a house. Thrive, to thrive. Thriving, not surviving. This is your year of thriving. Year of thrive. Yes. Thrive Architect. Now, it's pretty cheap, but yes. No. I don't know. Just Google Thrive Architect. I don't know why I said .com or .net. Just Google it. But the issue with this is not really an issue, but it can be an issue. Now, does anyone know about WordPress here? Okay, good. WordPress is the software we use to build websites, all right? And when you talk about WordPress, we have what you call plugins. In general software lingo, a plugin is a piece of software that extends the functionality of existing software, okay? So as regarding WordPress that helps us build websites, this Thrive Architect is a plugin for WordPress that helps us as a squeeze page builder. All right, so you have to install this plugin to an existing WordPress installation. Only those who know how to work around WordPress will be able to do this. All right, now as a free gift to you, it just occurred to me now, I didn't premeditate this. I'm going to give you a free course. It's called Overnight Blogger. It'll teach you how to set up and create your WordPress website in 24 hours. It's free of charge. It's a video course. So innocent to find a way to give it across. I think they have your emails somewhere in the database. So they'll send you all the links so you guys can get access to that. I don't want you guys to listen to all the things that I'm saying and have any gaps you need to fill. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. All right? So it will teach you how to get the fundamentals of a basic WordPress installation. Because once you understand how to work with WordPress, you can build a lot of things on top of that. It can even become your business. You can start doing website design for other people. That could be it, all right? But once you have that, you can install the Thrive Architect as a plugin and then build something like this very, very easily, all right? Now, aside Thrive, there are other alternatives, which I'm not thinking about right now, but Thrive is the one that works for me. And I think it's really cheap for the $7 one-off. There's even one where you can buy multiple license. So some people can just put money together and share and get the one that has multiple license. So maybe 3 people can put money together and get a license. It's very doable. All right, so that's how I built this. So I built this using Thrive Architect. Now when you build it, it's going to have a URL like that one. That is what you publicize. I'm about to answer your question just now. You're going. So I want to answer your question. Because you were asking, once you create this, how do I get people to see it? Because the idea is that you create this and then let people know that, see, oh, there's a free ebook here. To get it, click here. All right. So you take the URL and you now put it on the platform. Remember the platform, the Facebook and the Instagram, where the word people are, right? There, and those out of everybody else there that are interested in what you have to say will click and will get here and will sign up. Now, we don't depend on what we call organic traffic most of the time. So instead, I like to pay for Facebook ads. Facebook ads is the cheapest and easiest way to get eyeballs on your content. Okay? So what you're going to do in marketing is, hey, get this free ebook that will help you lose belly fat in 21 days. Bam. You're going to have a list of people. Now, we don't know to know whether they have money to pay for the main product yet. But the important thing to us now is that they are interested in this particular subject. So when you are putting out your messaging, you're not putting out to just any kind of people. These are people who are dedicated to this topic, who want to solve this problem. So you have a better chance of making a sales conversion when they have a saying that the riches are in the niches. You know, that's just a different application. But when everybody in your list is having a singular drive or a singular goal, that is where you can actually make money, not on the wild Facebook. All right. So I run traffic from Facebook to this page. All right. So you have to learn also how to create Facebook ads. There are many free tutorials on YouTube that can teach you how to create a Facebook ad. It's very cheap, very easy to do. You run a Facebook ad, you put a link there, and you send them to this page. And then you start watching in your email database how many people are subscribing per day, per day, per day, per day, and you watch it grow. Okay? For those of you, let me teach you an under G way of doing this. Those of you who are on large Facebook communities like SmartBeacamp, my Facebook group, for instance, one method that some people use, I know some people who have come to Facebook to my Facebook group, been very, very valuable. So much so that many people on my Facebook group send them friend requests. Their own friend list grew so big, full of people who are interested in what they have to say. They created their own Facebook groups, and that's how their own became big. Free of charge, no paid traffic. So that's another way of doing it. You can put out valuable content in groups like SmartBeacamp and the other groups that you belong in. Okay, it might take a little bit of time to see as much results, but it's a way to go too. Put out content there, answer people's questions, be a part of the community. People will send you friend requests. If they don't send you friend requests, you send them friend requests. Because they clicked like, that means they like that kind of thing. So send them friend requests. Because nowadays, we don't care about sharing friends. We use Facebook to market. So people on our Facebook profiles now, on our friend list, are people who we want to buy our products. You know, it's not the old philosophy of Mark Zuckerberg, to make the world more connected. No, that was some years ago. That time when you found somebody you went to primary school with, oh, we found you on Facebook. Oh yeah, that time was past. Now there's hunger in the land. If you're not, if you're not buying my market, get out of here. Okay, all right. So that's it. So that's a free way to do it, right? And again, don't worry. When I talk about content, you guys are going to be very fascinated with what I have to say on content. So if you're not quite clear with, what kind of content do I post? How do I'm coming there. Okay, it's really groundbreaking. All right. But first, get the governing philosophy. You run traffic from Facebook, whether it's free traffic like with the Facebook group method I just mentioned, or you're doing paid traffic like I like to do using Facebook ads. The same thing with Instagram too. All right, you run that, but I prefer to just use Facebook or YouTube. You get faster results from Facebook. All right, you run that in, and they'll be presented with this page. You enter their name and email, and they will enter your email database. Now there are different kinds of software that power your email database. All right, and that's the next point. What kind of tools do you use? Number one, I recommend to you only because it's free. Is MailChimp. I don't use MailChimp. I used to use them. I don't use them anymore, but I recommend them because they are free and everybody here can at least get started today with zero barrier of entry. Okay, MailChimp. Mail as in email. Chimp as in chimpanzee. All right. This is why they call me Teacher Chike. Mail as in email. Chimp as in chimpanzee. Mailchimp.com. All right. So that is a very popular one. They have, when you go there, it's free to start. It's free to subscribe. It's free to join. Up to when you have 2,000 email subscribers, they have to start paying. But if you're just starting, you can use them for free until you reach 2,000. So that's why I like to recommend them. So when you join them, they have free video tutorials that will onboard you, show you how to create your list inside their platform, how to connect it, and then if you get, okay, there's a way you connect your Thrive Architect page to your MailChimp database. They have all those tutorials. Once you buy their products, they have a library of content where you just watch the guide on how you connect it. It's not difficult. In 2 minutes, you can set this thing up. But just knowing what to find where. Okay? So you get this, connect this to your MailChimp database. You can now be going to your MailChimp database and be refreshing to see how many people you have now. 200, 300, 400. The money is in that number. The money is in that number. Now, there is a feature of your email list software that will ensure that the people who subscribed get the PDF they asked for without you touching it. That technology is called autoresponder. That technology is called autoresponder. When you configure the autoresponder with the link to your PDF, they will subscribe and they will receive a thank you email. Thank you for subscribing to the FitMom Hub. PDF or the guide you requested is at this link. They will click, they download it. So it's called an autoresponder because it responds automatically. All right. Some people maybe use something as analog as Google Forms. When you see the list in your Excel sheet, you now email them one by one. I don't know for head. Autoresponder is a set and forget system. You set it, everybody. Have you ever signed up somebody's email and they address you on a first name basis? It's also a feature of your mailing list software. All right. When you see name, email, you just pick the name and personalize it. Hello, first name. Hello, John. The whole message, whatever your call to action is. Okay? So this is just the basics of building an email list and marketing with an email list. All right? Now, before we run away from lead magnets, let me talk about lead magnets a little bit. All right? Your lead magnets should be both easy to consume and have a high level of desire. Okay? Some people use lead magnets, like there's some people like in network marketing or some kinds of coaching, they use a coaching session as a lead magnet. I'm doing a free coaching session, which is interesting, but it's not easily consumable. When someone thinks about the 60 minutes they'll have to spend with you, sometimes they won't show up. Or don't even sign up in the first place. All right. So sometimes it's easy to consume. An ebook, 2 pages, 3 pages. All right. Where you just list out the key points. They will love to grab that. Okay. Now, the second thing is the high level of desire. You can frame that desire using this formula called the ROT formula. R for rat poison. O for orange. But that it's been a while I heard that word. Okay, T for triangle. Triangle? Triangle. Let me block it. Let me just block all those Ras. I don't remember my past. Okay. ROT. Okay. And ROT here stands for result, objection, time frame. Result, objection, time frame. I'll use the FitMom Hub as an example again. Result. What is the result that people would love to achieve? They are dying to achieve it, losing belly fat. All right? So, results. How to lose belly fat. Objection. What could be the objection in their mind to taking you up on that offer? I don't have time to go to the gym. So, how to lose belly fat without going to the gym? What's the time frame? In 21 days. That's a compelling one. All right? Now, sometimes just for grammatical correctness, you can switch up whether it's ROT or RTO. You know, because the way I said it now, it doesn't quite make full grammatical sense. But if I make it like RTO, it will now be how to lose belly fat in 21 days without going to the gym. Okay? So for grammatical expediency, you can just switch up the characters or drop any unnecessary characters from there. But this is the complete formula, ROT. It will increase the perceived value. Whether it's a product, a paid product you're putting out, or a lead magnet to use to build your list, it can increase the perceived value. Some people are just lazy about naming, and sometimes that's why they're not buying. You know, you're not getting creative about naming. You're like, but this product has a lot of value. Yeah, you know it. They don't know it. All right. Marketing is simply getting them to know what you know. All right. Get them to love it as much as you do. All right. So you've got to frame it in a way that they get it, that this product is more important than buying dinner this night. Yes. All right. So ROT. What's another example? Personal finance. Okay. How to save ₦1 million by the end. No, ₦1 million is too small. Add more value, make it like 5 million. How to save ₦5 million by the end of 2018. That's the result they want to achieve. How does that mean I will not now? I will now reduce. I will now starve. I will now reduce my lifestyle. That's your objection. Without reducing your quality of living. Thief. Time frame, of course, in 12 months. Okay. So how to save 10 million naira in 12 months without reducing your lifestyle or without altering your lifestyle? That's more compelling. All right. So just think of your product in terms of ROT. Results, objective, objection, and time frame. All right. So you can use that for products, you can use that for lead magnets, but it will help you frame your offers more effectively as you go. All right. So that's concerning the rudiments of building an email list, offering a lead magnet in exchange for that subscription. Okay. Now, when you understand these fundamentals, it is easier to now talk about the other method. Because whether you're using email, messenger bots, or Facebook groups, this is constant. All right. As we progress, I will show you how to transmute these principles into those other technologies. This is just a philosophy. All right. It's a way of doing things that is, you can just replicate it on your Facebook group the same way. Replicate it on your messenger bot the same way. The only thing is that the technology you're using is different, but it's the same way of doing things. The same way you offer a lead magnet to get them to join your group, offer a lead magnet to get them to join your messenger bot. It's just the same way. But I'll go into that specifically one by one. Any questions for email? Specifically as regards email, I'll take just two. Yes, please. Okay, MailChimp has an autoresponder. Yes. MailChimp is built in, yes. Yes, like I said, autoresponder is just a feature of that software. Yeah, but if you don't know that you should look for that feature, you might just not use it, and it's very important. Yeah, so all email list softwares have autoresponders built in. Yes. Okay, I think you had your hand up first. Yes, sir. Yes.
If you have better than 2,000 subscribers, can you just give an example?
Okay. Yes. All right. One house. He said that he wants an example of an email list software that can take more than 2,000 subscribers. MailChimp can. It's just that you have to start paying once it's above 2,000. So they can accommodate as many as you have, but it's just free up until 2,000. But I don't know of anyone that is free above 2,000. Okay. MailChimp can accommodate your needs. Um, but just because, let me know, because I want to add some value to you. I don't know, for those of you who can take up this particular one I'm going to tell you now. There's one that I use. It's called Sendy. SENDY. Now, Sendy is what we call a self-hosted solution. Okay, it's a self-hosted solution. That means that you are your own MailChimp. Okay? Talk to a web designer guy that can install it for you. But the beauty of that is that your monthly costs will be so low. I think MailChimp, Aweber and Co. You should be paying at least $20 to $40 every month when you start getting many subscribers. But me, with all my email marketing Jackie Chan, my monthly bills for the emails I send has never been more than $3 per month. Yes. Yeah. It has never been more than $3 in any given month. That's because Sendy uses a technology called Amazon SES. So that's why I don't like talking about these ones, because they're a bit technical. But if you can get a tech person to figure out the installation for you, your monthly bills will be very low. You think me, with all the money I'm making, I'll be using a very $3. Ijebu, $3 a month. Pay it. They'll give me change, sir. Right, so I'm thinking my two. Okay, let me just take your own, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you get them to read the emails? Say, for instance, I send a mail to all of them. Aweber tells me out of 100 emails sent, only 3 have read it.
Okay. All right. So, all right. That's another way. Okay. Let me answer that. So, your open rates are low. That's the problem. There are many things that influence open rates. For example, if every time you send an email, you're trying to sell them something, they may not be favorably disposed to opening them. All right. Me, with all my, Jackie Chan moves, I can maybe get like 30% open rates. And that is normal, because in Nigeria, people treat email like P.O. box. Oyibo treats email like text message. So the culture is also different. I remember when I used to do the Smart Business Teleseminars. The Smart Business Teleseminars used to run every Thursday live by 8 p.m. And so 15 minutes by 8 p.m., yeah. So 15 minutes to 8, I will send an email saying, hey guys, we're about to go live. All right, so join us on so-and-so URL. And they will join in. Sometimes I will get a reply to that email 3 days later saying, hey, have people started? Okay, so that is how our people treat email marketing. So that's one thing. All right. So remember that when I talk about content, maybe to become clearer, content, you have to give out free content that gives a lot of value, so that you can build the know, like, and trust factor. All right. Sometimes trying to sell to new prospects sometimes is like asking a girl that you just met to marry you. It's weird, right? You can get hot water poured on your body for that. All right. I was imagining Lasisi Elenu ranting about it just now. I don't know why that image came into my head. Please forget about it. All right. So at that first transaction, they don't know you. They don't know whether you're a scammer, whether you run away with their money. So you need to build that relationship over time. Another thing too you should look at is the subject headlines. A lot of email clients like Gmail, Yahoo, they have what they call spam filters. And so they can scan the email and guess if your email is spammy. Either they send it to the promotions folder. There are so many Nigerians that don't know about the promotions folder. That's when they pay me no be small. I didn't get your email. It's in the promotions folder. Some people, if it's not in the inbox, it's not there. So you see the local education too. I check my spam folder every day. I check inbox, I check promotions, I check spam, because somehow it might but most Nigerians, they don't even know the spam exists, or they think that spam is just for 419 emails. So sometimes your email, there's nothing wrong with your email, but it just sneaks and finds refuge in their spam folder. All right, so that education has to be there to do. Make sure you check the spam folder. Make sure you whitelist this email so that you get it in your inbox and so on. Okay, so there are many other factors. Another thing is your subject lines, play around with it. Anything that has to do with money, Gmail and code, they throw it away. Or something like free, there's some trigger words. MailChimp, however, has an inbuilt functionality where they give you a spam score. And they tell you the things that you can change to best increase your deliverability. Aweber has that too. They call it Delivery Doctor. MailChimp too, they have a feature like that. They take your spam score and they help you. So if there is spamming word, they say this word might be a problem for you in delivery. So remove this, change with this. So if you use MailChimp, it can help you out with that. All right. So that's about optimizing open rates. Okay. So this is all about the email marketing side of things. Now, when I talked about audience tools, I talked about email, I talked about groups, I talked about Facebook Messenger bots. Now, groups, of course, that is where I really rule. All right? And I've been able to figure this out. Facebook groups are really amazing. However, you need to be sure that you have the strength and grabness to manage a Facebook group. It's easier when you have an email list where you are just talking to them, you know, and if they like, they talk back to you, if they like. Right? But in a Facebook group, it's not a one-to-many interaction. It's a many-to-many. For example, this is like an email list. I'm standing on the podium now and I'm talking to you guys. Once in a while, a few of you talk back to me, not to yourselves. Eh? Or I'll write your name as noisemaker. All right? However, the Facebook group is not about me talking to you. It's about everybody talking to everybody. So you being able to manage those conversations. It can be some work, but if you can master it, it can be one of your biggest money makers. Okay? And that's because Facebook groups, they're so amazing. There is no technology, there's no audience building technology in the world that gives you as many tools to engage your audience as much as Facebook groups. You see, on Instagram, I share some kind of deep stuff sometimes, but like 0.1% of my content on my Instagram. On my Facebook group, I have multiple means of expression. And when we talk about content, I will explain what I mean. I can just put out a quote as an image. I can put out short text. I can put out a video. I can do live audio. I can do live video. I can do a webinar. I can do trainings. Those of you who have seen some of the things I put out there, there are so many things you can put out. There are so many ways you can reach people in your Facebook group, and that is why they are huge. So a question many people ask me, how do I build a group like SmartBee Camp? Yes, to get information by my upcoming all right, so Facebook groups, I'm going to talk about that now. So now, remember, this I just taught you was a primer. Just to give you the philosophy of how you build lists, how you build an audience. It's almost the same thing with Facebook groups, just that the technology has changed, and I'll show you how. Now, Facebook groups. Most people when they build, if I tell them that it's only groups are routed, they will not believe me. So I say, let me just turn it first. Most people, when they create a new Facebook group, they simply put the link on their timeline and say, join our Facebook group, the community of da-da-da-da-da. Nah, you'll get some people that join. But let me tell you one of the most effective ways of growing your Facebook groups. It's something that did not exist a few years ago. One of the most effective ways of exploding your Facebook group. I'll write it here. Webinars. Webinars. All right? Has anyone attended a webinar on my Facebook group before? You have. Good. Okay, so a few of you have. So you know what a webinar. Okay, good. Because when we say webinars, people still think of webinars in the conventional sense. You know, using all this complex software, GoToWebinar and all that. But we now do full webinars on Facebook using Facebook Live. The one that will share my screen. You will see my slides, a full presentation, a full webinar on Facebook Live on my Facebook group. So what do? Free webinars. Go to your Facebook profile where you have people that love your content, all right, or wherever. Or if you want to do if you want to do a Facebook ad, whatever you want to do, promote a webinar saying we're doing this free training. One I did recently, just before Christmas, was one called Big Money Webinars, BMW. Who attended that webinar here? Okay, a few of you did. Good. Big Money Webinars. How to make 1 million naira on your first webinar. That was the title. So I promoted that on Facebook saying, free training. Everybody loves free training. All right? Is when you add money to it now, you separate the men from the boys. All right? Free training. How to make 1 million naira from your first webinar. Join this group to get a free training. That's all. People were joining. Some of you look at my group and say, I think they grow like they say, get fertilizer. You look 1 minute, there's 40,000. Next minute, 45,000. You know, these are one of the tools I used to build. So they don't just join, okay, join Smart Become. It's a community where you get free information. You know, it's only those of you that are inside that know the value, right? But those that are outside, how do you communicate the value to them? You know, this is one way, one major way, all right? I'll talk about webinars when we get to content, but it's enough that you know what webinars are, all right? Another one you can use, I've not used it before, but you could try that. The same way you do lead magnets for email lists. Maybe you have a PDF, for example, 21 ways to lose belly fat, all right? You have that as a PDF, and you promote that. To get this PDF, click here and access it in the Fit Mom Hub Facebook group or Facebook community. That's another way. So when they join the group and they are approved, maybe the link to the PDF will be in the pinned post on the group where you welcome new members. It's that simple. So this is how you grow a Facebook group. It's the same way you grow an email list. It's just that the tool is different. A lead magnet. All right? Something of value you give out for free in exchange for their contact details. So use the same philosophy to build your Facebook group. So there's webinars, there's PDFs, and then the other kinds of lead magnets that you can use. And remember, for as long as you are using the ROT formula, don't worry about whether people are going to be interested. That ROT formula was created to generate interest. Okay? So you will now decide to think about which vehicle you use to convey that information, whether it's webinars, whether it's PDFs, whether it's okay. So in 5 minutes we'll take a break, okay? So we can stretch out and jump up and down. Ooh, my head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. Right. All right. So you can now think about the vehicle. Webinars, PDFs, audio. Okay? But it's the same philosophy of using lead magnets. All right? The same philosophy. So don't worry about all these things yet. When I get to content creation, I think that's the next thing, Abby. Let me check. Okay, Messenger. Okay, I'll talk about Messenger. Okay, let me talk about Messenger before we go on break real quick. So we don't have to go back here again. Let's maximize our time. All right? And then I'll take questions quickly. All right, so Messenger bots, Facebook Messenger bots, is the same thing as doing email marketing using Facebook Messenger. Does anybody subscribe to the Smart Become Messenger bots? You received our messages on good. It's the same thing. All right? Now, the beautiful thing about Messenger bots is that the open rates are very high. Open rates are very high because people still feel very special receiving a Facebook message, but not so special receiving an email. All right? So the open rates are really high, between like 80 to 90%. All right? The man that asked a question about like very low email, for Messenger bots, the open rates are mad. 80 to 90. I get bigger results with my Messenger bots than with my email list. Bigger results, even though I've been doing that list since, for a long time. All right. So quickly, the platform you can use to get started with that is Chat Fuel. CHAT. Chat, to chat with somebody. Fuel, that has been scarce since last year. Chatfuel.com. All right. You get on there, create a messenger bot, and you're good to go. Another gift I'll give you guys is my free course on how to build your first messenger bot for free. Okay. So I'll send it to Mr. Innocent. You'll all get that for free. You are welcome. All right. So you're going to learn how to build your Facebook Messenger bot. Now, the Messenger bot is very similar to the email list. Remember the email list, like you were asking? How do you get people to see it? Every squeeze page has a URL. Remember that you give out. Every Messenger bot too has a URL. So when you create your Messenger bot, you have a URL. You can now give people to subscribe. From the back end, you can see how many people have subscribed to your Messenger bots. If you have 5,000 people subscribe to you. Wait, let me do easy math. If you have 10,000 people subscribe to you, and even if it's just 60% open your message, that means at the click of a button, 60% of 10,000 is 6,000. I click of a button, 6,000 people read what you have to say. That's madness. Out of 6,000 people that are reading what you have to say, if only 100, if at all, 100 people buy a 20K product, how much is that? How much? 2 million. That's why I say 6 figures, I 6 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures. It's not rocket science. It's not that hard. It's just knowing your numbers. All right? Make your first promotion. Know how much you sold. You now know your numbers. That a certain percentage of your audience are buying customers. What should now be your preoccupation? Building your audience. All right? So, messenger bots, you go to chatfuel.com, create it, and that is how you build it. So the same way you build your group, the same way you build your email list, is the same way you build your messenger bot. You need to have a lead magnet. All right? It's as simple as that. Questions? I'll take 2 questions before we go on break. Yes, ma'am.
Please, sir, I wanted to...
Okay, I'll take one from here.
I wanted to actually teach us more how to use that chat well, because I've actually tried it. So I don't know how to put my content there. As in, it's on my phone now, but I can't use it.
No, don't use your phone. Use your laptop.
Okay, it's laptop.
Yeah, use your laptop. So when you use your laptop, go to broadcast. All right? Do you have a way of knowing how many people to your messenger bots?
No, it's just that it comes. I use phone for it. So when they subscribe, it tell me that this person just connected to Messenger, something like. I've not built an email, messenger box.
I think what you mean is that you have Messenger on your phone.
Yes.
Yeah, but have you used Chat Fuel itself before?
Yes, that is what I'm trying to tell you. I've tried using it on my phone, but I don't know how to use it.
Okay, it's best done on laptop.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
When you get on Chat Fuel, they are going to ask you to connect to a Facebook page. You need a Facebook page. For example, Smart B Camp, even though we have a group, we have a Facebook page. Please note, page and profile are 2 different things. All right? I know we need to keep on pushing this education. People still mix them up. Go to my page. No, that's your profile you're trying to tell me to go to. All right? Profile is personal. Page is business. All right? So Chat Fuel is going to ask you, yeah, that's you. So Chat Fuel is going to ask you to connect your bot to your Facebook page. They will now give your bot a URL relative to your page. For example, my Facebook page is Smart B Camp. The URL is facebook.com/smartbcamp. When I connect that page to Chat Fuel gives me a messenger address. My messenger address now becomes m.me/ the name of my Facebook page, being Smart B Camp. So if I want people now to subscribe to my messages, I'll say go to m.me/smartbcamp. When you connect to give you the same convention, m.me/ your Facebook page name. That's how you get people to subscribe to you. But on Chat Fuel, they'll tell you how many new subscribers you had yesterday, today, and so on. And at the click of a button on the broadcast tab, you can blast all of them with a message. Those of you on my messenger bot subscriptions, I send audios there sometimes. I send videos, I send PDFs, I send downloads, I send links, I send text, all kinds of stuff. Okay? So that's how you work with Chatfuel. Who's asking here?
Yeah, please wait so that others can benefit from what you're saying. Can you stand, please?
We were talking about how to get a content that you're going to put us through writing a good content.
Oh yes, that's after the break, because it's like a really long lesson. Okay, so after the break,
After this commercial break,
I'll touch on that. Okay, since that wasn't a question, let me take hers.
Okay, you were talking about the webinar, sharing your screen on the
Yes.
during the training. Can you put us through on how to do
Okay, that's not that content, but if I don't touch it, remind me when I'm talking about it, okay? So I don't forget. Okay, ma'am? Okay.
So you said you link
You have asked before. Eh? Okay. All right, go on.
You link it to your page. Then how
Yes.
do you get them to your group? Because the page is different from the group.
Yes.
And I thought the bulk of the people are on the group.
Yes.
So how
Most
do you
people don't even know that Smart Bcamp has a page.
Okay,
And
so
I
you
don't
just
want-
use it for the bot.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want them to know that that's a page, so I
Okay.
don't confuse them.
Okay.
Now, let me talk a bit about the page. That page thing it used to be very important a year ago, 2 years ago. The only reason we have Facebook pages is so that we can run Facebook ads. I don't post anything on my page. That year, I'm a social media guy. So back then in our seminars, we used to teach on your Facebook page, be engaging. Post questions. Oh, you are laughing. You've been there. Post questions, post this. Nobody is seeing those things. All right? The magic is on the groups. So I don't let even anybody know that they know on some level, but I don't push the page. It's only when you see a Facebook ad from Smart Bcamp, that's when you know. And I made it intentional that the name of the page is the name of the group. So if you see an ad from Smart Bcamp page, because groups can run ads, only pages, right? So if you see an ad from Facebook page, you know that okay, it's the same franchise, all right? All right. So every other thing we'll take after the break. Let's take a break, and when we come back, I'll take a few questions, and then we'll go right into content. All right? Thank you for listening.
Okay, we were going to give you the book. Remember the book from this morning? What? The book. Yeah, okay. So it's The Science of Abracadabra. Okay. The Science of Getting Rich. The Science of Getting Rich. You see, somebody says, I have it. Have you read it? No. That's a 20,000 naira bill you ought to pay us. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. It's one of the most powerful, practical, philosophy-changing book on wealth creation. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. The Science, sorry? W-A-T-T-L-E-S. W-W-A-T-T-L-E-S. Wallace Wattles. Science. Okay. Those of you, John Obidi has been promising some things to people who say, I'll give it this. So some of you didn't put your name on the email list. Even though you came. Okay? You want to go to the desk and write your name, your email, I think your phone number or something like that. So that when we collate what he wants to send, we can send it to you as well. Is that okay? Plus, we may give John Obidi we may give him the emails so that he can add to his email list. And John, like us, doesn't also sell his database. Would you like John Obidi to have your email? Let me see your hands if you want him to have your emails. Okay, so put your name on the list, please. For some of you, it's easy. Join his Facebook group, Smart Bcamp. Simple. Smart Bcamp, simple. As we talk about breaks, some people don't want to move an inch. My seat, so. This time, feel free to leave your laptops and your phones and your bags on your share at your own risk. Please, at your own risk. Those of you who want to be at our free introduction to NLP on this next weekend, remember I gave you the address. We have space for like 10 people only.
have a lot of friends offline and they can afford to pay, and I get from referrals. But then I don't have online, and those that have online are those looking for you.
I would advise you to move from doing just legal to proper business advisory services. Legal is limiting. Number one, that industry doesn't really allow much promotion, just like medicine. However, you can bind a number of services. For example, I'll tell you how I started. I started as a social media manager, teaching about Facebook, Twitter, and co. But what I was teaching in 2014 is not what I'm teaching today. Those who have known me over the years, they'll probably hear the depth of content and be like, wow, what is this? Yeah? Thank you. Yeah, that's what I promised them.
Oh, okay.
But they're not here in person. It's not the people online that I promise. People that are here. That is the WordPress course I said I will give them. Overnight blogger. It's not for the people that are on the online. But I might just give her. I might just give her. I know her. She's in my group. I know her. Yeah. So when people see what I'm teaching now, they'll be like, wow, because what I've seen then was just Facebook, Twitter. But the amount of money they will pay you as somebody who knows Facebook, Twitter is not the kind that they will pay me now for the I know online business, which also includes Facebook and Twitter. All right. Same thing with you. Legal, it's okay. But how about you also listen to the other questions that your audience are asking, which you may not be currently positioned to answer. But can you position yourself to answer them? Now what I asked, now you hear me talk about webinar, talk about podcast. I didn't start that way, you know, but I built capacity to solve all those problems over time. So with you specifically, people who want legal advice for business, they have issues like co-working space. They have issues like business plan. Things like how do I get grants? How do I get loans? And so on. Now, of course, people that want to get grants, you will tell them, okay, you have to register. You register them. You need to have tax clearance. You do tax clearance for them, and so on. There's so much more. Don't see yourself as you are in the business of legal advisory. No, you are in the business of helping businesses.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Yes. And yet, so you have to now increase your value to help business, your capacity to help businesses, which expands and goes beyond legal. So I've written my business name now. Finish. So why do I need you again? Right? But if you expand, for example, like me, I offer so many products. You buy my course on webinars, so you come and buy the one on Facebook. Or you come and buy the one on email list building. Oh, you have an email, you come and buy the one on Messenger bot, you need that one. Come and buy the one on Facebook group. The lifetime value of one customer increases very much because I have given them options. Same thing with you. You've got legal, you've got business advisory, you've got business plans. You know, who want to know how they can get grants, and there are so many going around now. You win. How do I put a win proposal together? Give them a product. Because you are a very sharp person, it's something that I can literally go and learn online and then give us a service. That's how I learned. So I didn't go to any school for all these things. Okay. So that's basically how. But I can expatiate. Just ask me. I'll remember to take your question first. Raise your hand and ask your questions, and I'll open up more on that.
I just wanted to slap with you.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Pleasure.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Awesome.
You know the way we do this now. We must do this.
Are they? No wahala.
Hello, if you are at the back, please move away from the passage and come to your seat. Or every seat that is empty now, I will use my presidential powers.
You are into network marketing. Yes.
That I am.
I know what you do, but the name is what's skipping me.
No, this is a good shot.
Empty seats will soon be given to those who are not seated.
You just do it on. Let's stand by.
If you're outside, your empty seat will soon be given to those who are not seated.
Somewhere there.
All right, so let's have some quiet there, please.
Okay.
You know, my head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes, they all belong to me. You remember that song? Do you remember that song, everybody? We're going to go in the opposite direction. My feet, my knees, my shoulder, my head, my feet, my knees, my shoulder. Are you ready, everybody? Come on, let's do it together. Everybody at the count. We're going to do it at 100% with so much fun. If you're ready, let's do it together. Everybody go. My knees. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Awesome, man.
You're going down.
My shoulders, my head, it all belongs to me. One more time, everybody.
Where's the office? Okay. Where, the office restroom? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hello, sir. How's it going? This is restroom?
Yes.
All right. Is there a serviette? Did I borrow? Did I steal? No, there ain't. That's
No tissue there.
I didn't see it. Oh, there is. Sorry, there is. Just didn't see it. That's weird.
Everything we talk, not the year inside here. Every damn thing. You say, no, every damn thing. So as we come start events now, I see the game voice. I say, I don't find you tired. So the thing they go online, can't they contradict the image? It's like a pause. Because everything we be talking about you.
I was asking you what I should remove it now.
I was calling you. That guy just to distract you. They call for your attention.
Yeah.
So let's put it on mute. Because now you did wait for. You know, say Mr. Wilson, Baba utilize.
Yeah.
I still don't see you just engage them.
Okay. No, hala.
So
I'm ready.
if you come in now, you're just going to hand over to you.
Okay, no, hala, I'm ready.
Mute. No, you're ready that you're inside.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's go.
here we said that. So if you this money goes, it's gonna be used this for
See you.
John. It's just appreciation. We're not welcoming you yet.
Did you go back to it?
Now,
No.
Some of you have been giving these booklets. When you go home, you find as much information inside about what we do. But you
This light for our back.
the price.
See, just
because a lot of people have been asking and asking me for details of the pricing of our courses and all that. Now, averagely, NLP training
so just look
would
the light.
cost you anywhere between 1.5 to 2.5 million naira abroad. We do not charge a million naira. We don't even charge 800, 700, or 600,000. Each of our trainings at least costs somewhere around 400,000 naira. Those who are at events like this, we usually have a special at event offer that we give to them. I'm about to give that to a few people here. If you are at any of our events, you can take any of our NLP trainings that usually would cost a very discounted price of 400,000. We usually give it to you for 320,000 naira. We take a whooping 80,000 naira off. Okay? We give you for 320,000 naira. After today, when you call us, the training reverts back to 400,000. If you are doing a whole range of our trainings, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12 of our trainings. They include NLP level 1, level 2, level 3, NLP WABC, it's called Wealth Acceleration Bootcamp. We have the Mind Memory Accelerated Learning, Advanced and Basic. It's called Mind Power for short. We have the Design Your Destiny course, NLP Sales Mastery course, NLP Mastery, Self-Mastery and Leadership Training. We have something fantastic called Architecture of Creation. We have our coaching program, Master Coaching 1, Breakthrough Coaching 2, and Progressive Coaching 3. And of course, we have events that we do, like the one I'm doing with Micah, with schools, with churches, with mosques. I had a very special NLP training that we did in Abuja last year. It was one of my best events. We did a specialized NLP training for Muslim women. I had an amazing, the music was different, their kind of music. We had different example. We had even some videos that we particularly scouted for that were addressing those group of people. We had people who wanted a particular kind of music to suit their values and those kinds of things. It was fantastic. This year we are doing another unique class sometime in February for a group of people who are in the family something industry. They're a group of speakers, coaches, and trainers for their industry, them people alone. 2 years ago, we did a special class for 14 pastors. Some pastors did a special class for them because they don't want, because these classes are so easy for people to begin to open up and talk about issues that they would not have found easy to talk to strangers about. Things just pop out and people begin to share. Sometimes people don't like their stuff out there in the public, so they choose their whatever. But any which way, people begin to build their shock absorbers at most of our NLP trainings. What I want to do is give a special offer. Okay? I want to give a special offer to only members of Smart B Camp because of John's offer to us. John didn't know this. Where's John? Yeah, I want to give a special offer to Smart B Campers. Now, our special offer for NLP is 320,000. If you are here, you are a member of Smart B Camp, I want to give you the training for free. But terms and conditions, they shall. What is the terms and conditions? I didn't think about this, and my team members will slaughter me. You will pay for your manual. You pay for your manual, training manual. I think it's something like 20,000 or so. You pay for the feeding because we want everybody to be fed with the same whatever. It will cost like 25,000. Then you will pay for your certification if you choose to. You can do the training without certification. You can do it with certification. So the other cost that makes the training up to 400,000, we would make sure you do not pay. So you're paying for your. I can't come and feed you now. You know now. You're feeding your whatever. But there will be Smart B Camp members. I want only 10 of them and John will have to choose them, and John will have to choose them. And this is how I want to do it. If you are here and you have done any of John's paid trainings, things always come to those people who have it, who have stuff. So I'm going to give that opportunity first to people who have done any of John's paid trainings. Where are you? You've done any of John's paid trainings. You are a member of Smart Bcamp. You have done, you've done this training to the high level. So I don't know which one you want to do again. For somebody. No, not bootcamp. Level 1, NLP level 1. NLP level 1. Please stand. Who else? Are you sure? John has recognized you. Are you in his bank, in his, what do you call it? Database, as having done his paid trainings? Okay, who else? 1, 2, 3. I'm giving it to only 10 people. Huh? Does John know you? You know him, but he doesn't know you. Okay? Okay? All right. So what I'm going to do is there are only 3 people here. Only 3 people. Can you see? Where are the 4? Oh, 4 people. Where are all the people who should have been attending his trainings and paying? Stuff always comes to people who are paying stuff. Okay, 4 people. So this is the condition. Between now and Monday, this money must be paid. If it's not paid, the offer elapses. Between now and Monday, yes. It's a woof now. But it's not a woof like that. I'm trying to build my relationship with John. So that one day when we call him for that 10 million naira consultancy, I'll say, John, you remember what I did for you? Remember, I did something. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your hands together for them. Sit down. We need you to give your names to Nike. Nike, please wave. Nike. Now, those of you who are here today because of John's event, what do you call it? Those of you who are here because of John's event, I don't have anything for you. I don't have anything for you. But I'd like you to grab the offer that we have here. And if you want to take that offer, at the end of this meeting, see me, see Nike, see Talatu, and see Precious. Those 4 people, 4 of us will be able to help you sign you up on this course. For those of, how many of you already signed up to come for Push? You were already signed up to come for Push. Okay, I look forward to seeing you. I have a surprise for you at Push. So just show up. I have a surprise for you. Those who are not signed up, please don't sign up. There's no space. It's filled. Okay? To conclude today's presentation, if you will, jam your hands together as I call Pastor Bishop John Imam. Come on, appreciate John Obidi. Today is free. Encourage him now. That's the bishop.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was posting to the Instagram. I want to do pepper them things. I don't have network. Okay. Are we back?
Yeah.
We ready? Okay. Yeah, so I was going to take a couple of questions before I get started. We've talked about the platforms a little bit.
You need to sell your trainings at the end, please.
Okay. We need, what I was saying. Talked about platforms, right? And how we use the platforms to build the audience. Okay? I'm talking about the audience tools. We have email, we have groups, we have bots. Except with email, you make use of a squeeze page and an email list or email database, right? And for the squeeze page, you build that using Thrive Architect. Thrive Architect, I said, was a plugin for WordPress, and you learn how to use WordPress from the free course I'm going to send out to you guys. All right? So once you create that, it's going to be connected to an email list. You need something like MailChimp. There are many other vendors, but I promoted MailChimp because it's free to start up. Okay? You use that to build your list, and they usually have an autoresponder feature, which is how they will get the free material that you send to them. Okay? And we said, okay, the free material you send to them, how do we make it compelling? We talked about having a lead magnets, okay? And a PDF is the best form of lead magnets, okay? Except maybe you're building a group, then you can use a free webinar or a training. It's worked effectively for me, all right? And we talked about the ROT formula. There's an ROT formula for naming whether it's your paid product or whether it's just a lead magnet. Any kind of offer that you have, ROT formula is a very formidable one, and it stands for results, objection, time frame. All right. What else did I cover? I talked about Facebook groups. One of the biggest ways I used to build my group is by doing webinars. All right. I don't do Facebook Live on my personal profile. I tell them, I want to do Facebook Live. If you want to see it, join my group. All right. If you want to see it, join my group. None of those come on Facebook Live and no, it is important to you. Join my group. All right. And I build them in them. All right. You can also use PDFs. To get this PDF, click here, join my group, and check the pin post. It's right there. Click on the pin post. New members get a free PDF. Same thing with audio. But don't worry about how to run webinars or create PDFs or audio. I'll dive into that next when we get to content. All right. So the first I want to talk about right now is content. But I said I was going to ask for questions, maybe like 3, before I dive deep into content. So there's a lawyer that was that I said I would take her question first. Where is she? The lady in law and business advisory. Where is she? Now this time you can't come out. He's okay. Any other question? Yes, ma'am.
Between building your audience with an email list and a Facebook group, I understand that Facebook group you have to be particularly consistent and be like present and top of mind all the time. I don't see myself having that stamina to be there every single day. But then using email or the bot, how do I balance the frequency of engagement to still remain top of mind?
Okay. That's a very good question. You rightly said you don't think you have the kind of stamina to manage the many interactions on the Facebook group on one hand. So you're looking for how you can leverage messenger bots and email to maintain frequency of communications, right? Okay. Well, there was a time in my life too I didn't think I could manage a Facebook group. I remember in 2014 I took Victor Bassi's program. He had a program called Community Mastery. He's the only one I knew who had a Facebook group at the time that was for anything progressive. You know, I never knew that anything like that was happening on Facebook. It was from the Highly Paid Experts Network, Victor Bassi, that I even knew that such a thing existed. You know, I brought him on my radio show, And he talked about like Facebook groups, can use it to make money, okay, to build your business. I never knew. So he talked about it, so I paid him for the coaching. We did the coaching sessions, I took my notes, but I was like, And that time, I think his group was around 2,000 members. I was like, how can I have 2,000 members? So this guy has special anointing, though. I don't think it's for me. I don't, as 2,000 members, you are moderating. I said, no. So I left it. I finally took action, I think, 4 months later, or almost 6 months after that training. 6 months after. And when I started it, I was like, okay, it didn't kill me. Though at the beginning, it was work, but it was not the kind of work I thought it would be. It wasn't really all that. I mean, I could take it, And at the beginning, though, it took all my time. I'll be up at 2 a.m., still moderating and all that. But over time, I learned the ropes. I created proper systems, so I can manage a much larger group without really encroaching into my personal life. But before, I know the sleeper. I'm always on the group, always, approving posts, blocking idiots, It's a lot of work, But when I was able to systemize it,
it became easier. Now it's 50,000 and I don't feel a thing.
Because it's number one rule of creating a Facebook group: do not feel guilty for not responding to your DMs.
It's not by force. If you ask me any question in the group, I will always answer you. But don't think you have a right to my DM. That's one thing that scares people away from doing Facebook groups, because we always slide in with their family problem. There's nothing wrong with that, but understand too that I have my own issues. I have my own life. Some will just come and say, oh, we want coaching. Some just want a best friend.
I don't have time for that.
But they don't know. So they will come because they saw you post something. It touched me. They'll come see. So I also have this one. Now, I empathize. You have issues, but, do you value my time enough to be like, okay, do you have a course I can buy? Not that many people think that way. And if you don't see this coming from the beginning, you will end up just getting angry at nothing in particular. Because you find out that from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., you've done nothing for yourself but answering questions on Messenger. And everybody is saying, thank you, ma. You blessed me, ma. Mentor me, ma. You mentored me, ma. Thank you, ma. They don't get it that they've just used up your whole day and you feel so unfulfilled. You've done nothing for yourself that whole day. You can fall into that trap very quickly if you don't see it coming. All right? So set proper systems to manage your time, manage your life. At least on the group, answer all questions. All right? When I make posts, people comment. I respond to the ones that require responses or further discussion. But I at least like everyone to acknowledge it. Right? But before, man, it was crazy. You put something out, people just have found somebody they can dump stuff on. And it's okay, if I'm a therapist, therapists make money. But not that you want to dump it on me for free. No. Calm down. So I think that if you can build in proper systems, right, and you will be able to manage a Facebook group, However, and again, I keep pushing on groups because email lists and messenger bots do not give you as rich of an experience. With Facebook groups, I can reach people in so many ways. I can send a regular post, I can put video, some things that are not just enough me writing. I want you to see what is on the screen. I want to make slides so that you can see. I want to share my screen and teach you how you click here and click there. So I do a webinar. There are just so many tools in there that email and messenger don't quite give you. But it's okay. You can still make some mileage with email, some mileage. With email, you can still, what you have to do is that you combine your messenger bots or your email list, you combine it with your website. So when you have something to put out there, if it's a video, if it's an audio podcast, if it's a blog post, you do it on your website and you share the link to people in your email list and those in your messenger bot subscriptions. So it can help you to mimic the richness of a Facebook group. But you have a blog, you have a video you want to put out there, you put it there, embed it on a blog post, share the blog post to your group members, no, not your group members, your email list subscribers, share it to your bot subscribers. You can still get the same thing, But if you can master Facebook groups, why not? Well, frequency. Yeah. Yeah, you probably get irritated because it's not of value to you. Yeah, but if something that's always giving you value, I don't know anybody who's ever irritated by my own email. Right? Because it's always how I can help you, how I can help you. There's some people who create special folders in their email box for my email so you can not miss any single one. You know, even if we can't get to it right now. But then again,
Frequency, once a week, twice a week, it's not bad. All right, but there should be an 80-20 principle as regards promotions versus value. So give more value, 20% promotes. Give more value, 20% promotes. All right? Businesswoman, have you come back? The lawyer that was asking me that wants to ask a question. I see you also hide at the back. Yeah, ask your question. I've been looking for you since I didn't see your hand.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so my question is for me as a lawyer. So I have more of my clients offline, and talking about products and content. So I'm thinking of, okay, so what kind of content or what kind of products do I generate for my clients, considering that a lot of people online now are also like, you know, maybe hustlers also, and you know, they really do not understand or appreciate the essence or the value of legal services. So how do I carve a niche for myself in that area? Thank you.
Okay, good. So she asked me that question at the break, and I thought it would be valuable to a lot of other people. So she should ask it again here so I could answer that, and everyone else who has a need in that area can get the answer. So she's into legal services, right? And she's thinking of how do I sell on my value. All right. Now, when I think of value, when I think of money, I'm thinking of big money. I'm like Banana Island money. You understand? So I'm not thinking of, okay, yes, you can sell what you have. No, I'm not thinking of selling, okay, monthly income, I'm making 100K. That's not money for me. So when I'm thinking, okay, how can I take this thing that looks small and squeeze the juice out of it? All right, and maybe in your first 3 months, you're making 500K predictably every month, at least. All right. So what I wanted to tell her was that in itself, doing legal advisory to B2C, it might not give you as much money. However, what you can do is what I did when I started. All right, add value, increase your capacity to give richer value. For example, when I started, I was just a social media strategist. There is not much value there. Okay? But I started looking, okay, what was social media strategy? It's just Facebook, Twitter. Then I didn't even know about email marketing, all this jargon I'm teaching you here. I said, okay, how can I pile value onto this base skill that I have? I started learning. And I didn't pay for any course. I went for free online. I learned. All right? Even though you go further in shorter time, they will take courses. I went for free online. I learned here, learned there. My value grew. So now you're not just learning about social media marketing. There's so much more. There's online business. How do I start an online business? How do I run webinars? How do I start a podcast? I now have a richer spectrum of products and maybe services. It is now easier for me to make a lot more money in this industry because I've expanded my capacity to give value. Look, in the United States and other tier 1 countries, developed countries, it is very possible for one person to specialize and make a lot of money in that specialization. For example, in America can say, what do? You say, I'm an email optimization specialist. And the Ohama, bring it to Nigeria. The wind of change that will blow you. When the wind of change hits you. All right? Because in Nigeria, the psychology is different. Email optima. See, we want to put this thing on Bella Nigeria. Can you do it? Those of you who are into digital or social media marketing, who are into social media, all right? So you've experienced the marketplace doesn't care about you. It's what they want. Just we want to be on Linda IKG. Can you do it? No, see, I'm actually specialized on email. See, I can help you tweak, subject lines in a way that the open rate. Oh God, we want to be on Linda IKG. Can you do it? So I had to expand my capacity. So here you realize that you do one thing, people expect you to do every other thing in that area. And you have to be sensitive. Some you can specialize, some you can't get away with specializing. Or somebody else get your paycheck. Sometimes you have to be any work in that your industry. Okay, so now talking about online business, there's no question you will ask me I cannot answer reasonably. Webinar I can answer you, podcast I can answer you, because I don't want you to go to another person. You want to go to another person's shop. Answer, podcast, I have the answer. Email, messenger bot, I will answer you. Everything I will answer you. I read, I study, I have expanded my capacity to give value in that industry.
Yeah. So John, she's a lawyer.
Yes.
So what are the basic general things that every one of us is concerned about when it comes to law that she can do videos on?
Yeah.
Write articles or whatever on, and all of those. So we usually have need for lawyers and we don't even know. So you can begin to generate content around that. So we can talk about some practical things, for example.
Okay, so why I give you the background is that giving legal advice alone,
yes,
you can't get rich with that.
Absolutely.
All right? Why is that? What do we use lawyers for? No, let's not look at any lofty ideas of, oh, legal. What have you used a lawyer for in the last 30 days?
Collect debt.
Good. After that, what next? Done. She didn't want it by herself. You see how Nigerians think? Don't like giving out money. We have to squeeze them. Do you understand? That is so. See, no, wait, hold on. She's not talking down on you.
Yeah.
Right? She's giving you the
Niger
mentality of lawyers.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was advising her during the break, and why I said I want to answer it up here, is that as a lawyer, think, what do my clients need? It's not just legal services.
Yes.
All right. The person who wants legal service, who wants to know how I can get grants. He wants to know how to put a business plan together. Don't let him go to another person's shop. Learn it. See, people are very smart people. Some of you can just go to the internet now and learn it in 30 minutes. You don't push up. That's when I start.
And she's an NLP graduate, so she can attend to people's emotional needs.
That can be one.
People's emotional needs.
That can be one. Because when you put out content, you see the comments. You can gauge, this person is looking for how they can get this one. Oh, this one doesn't feel. You can cater to a lot of other needs in that area. So don't see yourself as a legal advisor to business. You are a business consultant, basically. And if you don't have the skills to deliver, you build the skills. That's what I mean by expanding your capacity to give value. So you see that in so doing, the lifetime value, what we call the lifetime value of a customer, is increased. Because when I say, what do you need a lawyer for? Maybe we're saying business registration. This one says she did it by herself. Right? This one now probably going to put an online course on how to register your business without a lawyer. Are you seeing?
Yes, so
it's a bloody market out here. You know. So everybody was saying registration. So even the ones that said they use you for business registration, after registration, what next? Nothing. So the lifetime value of a customer is reduced. But when say, okay, business registration, people will register business. Hey, so that is where register. Yes, in Lagos State government, they give grants for just one thing. So there's a way you put together your grant proposal in a compelling fashion, in a way that gets you a second appointment. Hey, how? Money. They pay for that one. Hey, Alpha, you don't want the grant proposal. See, you win is coming around the corner. Oh. See, I know somebody who made money, help people write you win proposals. I know someone who did that. You as a legal person, you catch them. On a business advisory. How do I don't have office. I have a course that can help you start up your business in 30 days at zero cost. What's going to be inside your course? How to get a co-working space, a list of all the co-working spaces in Lagos. Simple. Tax. You can start a business in a box. You don't have to be a graduate in business. See, guys, do you know that I don't have any social media certification? So I told you think that you Lagos people, you know that you have to be a big boy first. Me, I did not know. I just read that, man. Okay, I sabi book now. I don't open shop. All right. So in the same way, there are different. I mean, you don't have to be Harvard Business School. You know that every Nigeria business. You know, read it, and the more you provide solutions, the more you will read, the more you will expand, the more you will grow. You see, there's nothing wrong in you creating a product on, say, business in a box or Lagos business in a box. what you need to know before starting a business in Lagos, or how to start a business in Lagos and be profitable in the next 90 days. No, let's talk about it. What is going to be in that online course, really, or in that program? What is there? Register business. How to know that a business will be profitable. That thing you can read online. Now, confidence. Bone face. I know it. I'm a business consultant. Do you understand? People who knew me when I was started in 2013, if they come and hear the kind of things that I'm teaching now, they'll be like, God damn. You understand? Because I'm always reading, I'm growing. I learned this thing today, tomorrow I'm teaching it. Come and arrest me. That's it. All right. So for industries like yours that don't have that much traffic, you can pull traffic by simply expanding your capacity to give value. Person with the chop bread, maybe you go want drink Coke beside if he's a bricklayer or granuts. All right. I saw one picture on Facebook where a woman that was selling bread was following one that was selling beans. You remember that picture? You know, person with a shop bread, if you want add beans, join them. So that's the way I run my business. I'm doing social media. Is making money online. Somebody that does this thing would like to know how to do webinar, have a product. Somebody that does webinar want to know how to get traffic to that webinar. Put that one there. They also want to know how to start a Facebook group like my own. Product there. They also email. I have a corner like this. Don't go anywhere. Put it there. There's one place I went. I was in Abuja 2 weeks ago. I was trying to buy a tripod stand. I went to one guy's shop. The guy said he did not have it. But I should wait, please, first. The guy was not educated, though. Not educated at all, but I was so impressed with what he did. So crude, but I was so impressed. So when I go to the market, I usually have a picture of what I want and I just show them. All right, that's it. If you ever go to Computer Village, that's the easiest way to get what you want before they carry you around. So I went and I showed him, say, okay, hey, I know get time, but I beg, wait a beg. You know when to go and get his phone to snap the picture on my phone. Yeah. Now, the crudeness did not really turn me off, but even with the level of education, the ingenuity. He said, I beg, show me the thing again, because my phone, this thing had gone off, so I opened it. Now brought his own phone to snap the thing he was seeing. I said, okay, if you go market, maybe they go get him next time. I was like, wow. Don't let them go to another person's shop. Okay? Don't let them go. So expand your capacity to give value. That was the answer to that question, all right? All right, so I'll take your question and I will get into content. Question over here.
Okay, it's actually an issue I have. I have like 4 groups and different niche. I find it difficult to stay consistent in all the groups. Now, what would you advise? Would you advise have a group that, you know, I'm a network marketing professional. I have other business that are not related to network marketing that I'm doing, and I don't want to mix it all together. What would be the best advice you would give me based on this?
Okay. Oh, okay. I know what it takes to manage one group. So when you say 4 groups, that's a full-time job, man. Okay. Do you also do real estate by any means? Okay. What other niches are you in? Investments? Okay. In my opinion, well, that's just me. Investments, network marketing, because I know you more for network marketing, though. You know, investments, network marketing, and anything that's to do with money is all residual income, home business kind of thing. My approach, and this might not be the definitive answer, my approach would be to create one group for all of them. All right? And then I put out lead magnets for this. So those of you who want network marketing, click here. So you are building lists separately from the network marketers, for those who want to be in investments. Maybe if you are going to real estate, those in real estate, and you market to them differently, but you have them all under one umbrella. That's how I would do it. And that's why Smart Big Camp is diverse and yet effective. You know, so that's one way. Or you could just stick with one and then niche down, and then grow the group that way. But in my experience, I just have them all under one broad umbrella since they are related anyway. Because managing 4 groups, man, that's a lot. You're going to spread yourself thin. I mean, unless you really have a really strong team that is helping you with your content, and it's a lot of work. I would recommend you have one group, have them all under one umbrella, because even the person in network marketing, well, they might want to know other things. Maybe not investment, but they're not around money. All right. Somebody who makes money really in network marketing should know how to invest their money really. So they are kind of complementary. So with Smart Beacon, have them all under one umbrella, and it doesn't really, because somebody who definitely wants to make money online would want to have sense in real life. You understand? So I don't feel guilty for putting out my posts on personal development, even though it's business. And if you look at it, the personal development posts get a lot of traction. So you see they're complementary. So, I would say get them all under the, and again, it's not definitive. Measure your results and see how you can adapt to the emerging changes. Facebook groups came which year? Next year or maybe later this year, another thing will come up. We just need to be nimble on our feet and able to adapt to the changes. But to get going, I think one group will suffice because it's all money related. Then you just have to be, and again, when I talk about content now, you see how you can serve everybody from different interest groups creatively with your content under that umbrella, okay? That's what we're going to talk about under content. All right, the same way I give you ROT formula for lead magnets and products, I have a formula here that will help you break down content easily, right? Okay, so that's I've taken the 3, have I taken all 3 questions? 1, 2, 3, yeah, I have. All right, so let's talk about content. I have posted my Pepperdam picture. Let me refresh and see how many likes and comments. Some people are saying, you did not tell us. Yes. This is a very interesting part, So I have to go through the boring part first. That's the products. Yeah, the boring part is where the money is. We've done that. Now this is what's the one that people are excited to do. Where is my, okay, there you are. Making maximum. Okay, found it. All right, so this is a formidable content formula. But now you know why we are doing content, right? Is you use our content to nurture our audience, okay? To increase the know, like, and trust factor, all right? So they can know, like, and trust us, and also so we can stay top of mind and associated to the problem they are trying to solve. Right? That's why we are big on content. The first thing you need to do, and sorry, what's your name again? The network marketing lady? Toby Adewusi, yes. So this applies to you and everybody else, but I was thinking about you when I was thinking about this outline. First thing you think of, you outline is your category. When I'm done with this, you see how sweet content creation can be. Follow me. The category. So you break down your industry into maybe 3 or 4 categories. For example, I'm an online business. Categories can be email marketing, Facebook ads, podcasting, webinars, messenger bots, and so on. Right? Just have about 4 or 5 categories. So break down your body of knowledge into 5 categories. The Fit Mom Hub. People who are trying to be fit. Some is belly fat. Some is post-pregnancy, right? Some want to gain weight, you know. So you could just, don't spread yourself too thin, of course, but maybe just have like 3 or 4 major categories, all right? So for Toby, yours could be investing, network marketing, and so on. Unless you want to give up the others and just go in on network marketing. But as long as they all exist, let them be categories, all right? And I'll show you how they all tie in. All right? Are you guys writing down your categories? All right? Someone should tell me about the categories they've written down. We need practical so we can have something to go with. Have you written down anything? Tell me, let me know. You've written down your categories? No, for your own industry. For your own industry, write down like 4 categories that you can break your body of knowledge into. Anybody? Let me have someone. Yes, sir. Shout it. I will echo it. Okay. Wait. What is your industry? Business development. Very good. Business development. Very good. So you have 1, business plans. Yes. Idea generation. Funding. Marketing. Business growth. Bad guy. Very good. As a matter of fact, I'll use this as a case study. Very brilliant. All right. So categories. The first one was, do you say business ideas? Idea generation, Abby? So 1, idea generation. 2, business plans. This mark I don't finish. 3, I know there was funding somewhere. Funding. Okay, then there was business growth. That's 4. Any other ones? Those were the 5th one. Marketing. Beautiful. All right, so this is all under, business development. So there's the idea generation, business plans, funding, business growth, and marketing. All right? So you break your industry into categories like this. All right? After the category, the next, and I'm going to flip back and we're going to bring it all together, but follow me. After the category, the next thing here is the content type. The content type, okay, there's a number of content types. For example, a how-to post. How to do something. So what I'm going to do, first things first, from these 5 categories, I will pick which category do I want to create content for right now. I will look through, I like marketing. I like, funding. Let's look at funding. Say I want to create a post or some kind of content on funding. All right? Keep it in your head though. Funding. Content types include how to, include interviews, include case studies, include, did I get them all? FAQ, frequently asked questions. I will explain them, don't worry. How to, did I put case study? Case study, yes. FAQ, interview. Then best of. Chill. How to. Category was what now? Funding, Abby. How to get funding for your business. I've given you a title. Interviews. Today we are interviewing Innocent Usar to tell us how he raised funding for his business. I love interviews because the content is not your own. You're leveraging of other people's experience. That was why the Smart Business Teleseminars grew really quickly, because we could get content really quickly because it wasn't all on us. It was on the resource persons who were coming on. All right? So interviews. How many of you have seen blog articles that are interview style? You can do that. But then again, I'm not saying it's a blog article. Oh. We'll talk about content vehicle, then we'll break them down. All right? So keep your mind open. So it could be an interview. How this person was able to raise $1 million for their business within 6 months of starting. How this person was able to raise funding from the Tony Elumelu Foundation. Case study is what I just said. Just that for the interviews, you're actually interviewing the person. Case study is you actually studying them and creating content around what you have discovered about their business, how they achieved certain success or certain failures. All right? That's case study. So, but interviews is when you get them on to do all the content. You send them the questions, they send you the answers. If it's a written word, if it's a podcast, they come on the interview. But let me not go into those things yet. FAQ. People send you questions all the time. Pick one question from your inbox and answer it in a post. You see how easy it is? There's content all around you. Someone's asking you, how did you know to pick out this particular scarf for this attire? Bam, that's a post on the psychology of colors. Yes. All right? FAQ. Then best of. Easy. 10 best ways, or the 10 biggest venture capitalists of 2017. I'm saying venture capitalists, but we're talking about funding. All right, that's a jargon for funding. Or let me something more general. The 10 best ways to raise funding for 2018. Best of. All right. If you are in tech, the 10 best smartphones that can conserve your battery. If you are in IT, or if you are in blogging, 10 best WordPress plugins. You can never exhaust best of posts. If you are in fashion, 10 ways to rock Ashwebi. What do you say? Trainer. What kind of trainer? What kind of trainer? Family life. 10 ways to get your kids to wake up early. Which other one? Health. 10 ways to live until you are 90. People are falling down anyhow. People start paying me. What's with this? Yeah, which one again? What? Marketing. Marketing. Hold on. No, 10x. Close the deal. 10 ways to close the deal. Yeah, education. 10 ways to retain more. 10 ways to, 10 foods that will boost your memory. Which one again? Cleaning. That's very niche. For me, for things that are so niche, I try to sidestep a bit and expand. So if I said industrial cleaning, I will talk about, if Namio, I go enter interior decoration. I will still be doing cleaning, but I will put my leg inside there too and own that place. So I will say, wait, there's something coming to my head. Ten natural fragrances you need in your office. You see how you move from cleaning and enter that side. Yeah? Which one again? Environmentally safe. Thank you. That's a good one to add. 10 environmentally safe fragrances. That would just environmentally safe. Yeah, they never thought they needed it to, but when you introduce that, and yeah, environmentally safe. Yeah. Marine services. That one foul. I haven't read anything about the Marine Kingdom. I'm not sure I know anything about that. That's Marine Kingdom. I've read about the Marine Kingdom. I've not read about Marine Services. Say what? Pirates. Just, I don't know how many people want to read that kind. Because pirates don't work on land. Now for water side, and they have jazz there that they can use to combat pirates. So I don't think they
10 ways to defeat Mami Water spirit.
All those prayer books are there. I think they're using that style self. Those prayer books, 10 prayers to pray when you are being pressed in the dream. When they are pressing you in the night. 10 prayers to pray. 10 what? 10 beauties of the ocean they should experience. See, if now me get that kind of content now, you know what I'm going to enter? Who can guess? Thank you. Thank you. I can just trigger that. How does it work? One thing I've learned is, see, it's good to be focused. It's also good to be sensitive. Sensitive. If I was not sensitive, I was stubborn. I would not be this industry now. So I'd have still been a programmer. When my friend came one day, man, get this away the rain. I was like, oh, you and all this your ideas, you know. But I was like, okay, let me just see. Let me look at it. Let's say it's sweet, oh. Just I contact the matter and I went in on it. So if I were the one, I would say, tell him this. Okay, down there enter Marino. Okay, for Marine, you want to travel. Travel and tours. From there, 10 visa-free destinations. That's a very hot one that many travel people are not using. I don't know why. People like me that love to travel, we want to know visa-free destinations because the life falling in our hand too much. I don't want to beg for visa. So we have 10 visa-free destinations, and they are there. You know, Maldives is one. The Gambia is one. Seychelles is there. Mauritius. All right, you just put them in a particular post. There are people who don't know these things, and it will cost them to go and Google it. But if you're the one who can serve it to them, there you go. So anyway, best stuff. There's a lot of. So I like how everybody is now having ideas, content. But when I get to the third one, you will see that content is the easiest thing you can ever do. All right. The last one now is a content vehicle. Content vehicle or vehicle. Content vehicle. I don't have to do that. I'm writing something else here. Showing people on this side. There has to be equity. Equality. Okay. Oh my God. I respect the president of this country. Whoever he may be. It's not easy. It is not easy. With all the different interest groups. All right. Content vehicle. All right. So here we talk about whether it's going to be audio, aka podcast. There is text, aka blog post. It's a bit general though, but then there is video, and video even has video that you upload as a recorded video, or there is now live video like we have on Facebook Live. So let us go 2 pages up. We are still on funding, Abi? Good. Okay, well, there's images, but it doesn't give you many options for rich content, except you're doing Instagram. You know, so you know this Instagram now has, you can slide through multiple images. You can create that for Instagram. All right, but for mainstream content, I think this works. So, yeah, so we're still on funding. And we have decided that which what do we talk about under funding? We're going to say, okay, so how innocent, now I want to jump to a very interesting kind of content. So I want to jump from funding category. The content type we are going to choose here is interview. All right? And I did this for 2 years, so I know I'm talking about. All right? So the funding, how Innocent Usar generated, was able to raise $200 million in seed funding. All right? I want him to come and give us that resource. So that's the content type is going to be an interview. But what's going to be the content vehicle? Is it going to be recorded audio? So now everybody, this is where you play to your strengths. You can use one or more of these depending on your strengths. Play to your strengths. All right? Now, I like to talk. So, I would like to do audio. I will do audio. And I've had him on my show multiple times. We have a conversation on Skype, it's recorded, bam, podcast is out. All right? Or is it going to be text? If that is not your thing, you could send him the questions. He will email you back with the answers. Then you put it as Q&A, Q&A, bam, that's content. Or it could be video. Now, you're going to be glad that you came here today. Video, people run away from doing video interviews. Because when you think of video, what do you think of? Camera, lights, studio, flying in the guests. Yes? Have you heard about Zoom? Good. With Zoom, you can do a video interview with anybody in the world from your house. It will be recorded. You put the video on YouTube. Interview done. You have a show. That's a TV show. Zoom is free. Oh. Yes. Yeah? So, yeah, you're a Nigerian. You're creative. Yeah. She said that Zoom is free for the first 40 minutes. I know that. If I say it's not on camera now, people on Zoom will not come and endorse me again. It's for the first 40 minutes. So what we do, there's no talk. We talk more than 40 minutes, really. But in case maybe you are long-winded, you want to talk. So yeah, see, we have to stop here right now. I'll call you back. So hang up, call again, continue 17 minutes again. So we'll now join everything together. Interview are finished. You know. Some people are catching vision in that corner. Glory. Okay? So, episode 1, episode 2. Let's go get episode 1. All right? So you have audio, beautiful. So, by the way, audio, we have I think I just jumped to video. I didn't explain how you could do audio. You know, you can have a Skype conversation audio with anybody in any part of the world and record the conversation, right? If you're using I think both on PC and Mac, there's a software called Skype Call Recorder. It records the MP3 version and that's your podcast. Personally, I like to edit it with the Audacity. Those guys at the technical will know what I'm talking about. I use Audacity as my software to edit audio. I add my intro, put my outro, put my adverts. Remember, I try to make money, not content as a labor of love. That is why I talked about products as the first thing, because now here it makes sense. All right, so you slot in the ads for your products you created. This is what I did an episode on funding. Maybe you have created one online course on how to put together your funding proposals and so on and so forth. Okay, so we are talking. Mr. Innocent is talking for about 20 minutes. You'll be like, so Mr. Innocent, we'll take a break right now, and when we come back, you will tell us exactly how you were able to get a second meeting or how you're able to get to the next round of this particular business plan competition. Bam. You play a pre-recorded advert for your online course coming up. So, are you an entrepreneur? Now, all from your house, so. All right? You've pitched your product. At least pitch it like at least 4 times in that same recording. See, by the time you finish that episode, you have some people that will buy. The beautiful thing now is that you can now tie every episode to a number of sales. This is where content marketing gets delicious. Because when you know that for every episode of this podcast I put out, I make 5 sales, or I make 10 sales, assuming maybe it's 10 sales of a 20K product. For every episode I put out, maybe 300 people get to hear the episode, 500 people get to hear the episode. Maybe you make 10 sales. I'm being modest. 10 sales of a 20K product. If you know that every episode you put out, you make 200K, you will love to do content. She said you do it every day. So not be weekly. Say, please, I think people need to hear it daily. Daily. See that thing about Imam, oh my God. Daily. People don't watch that video. Okay, I'm the only one. All right. So when you can tie each episode or each content you put out to sales numbers, you will get inspired for content. The reason why some of you are putting out content and you're like, because you've not been able to tie it to sales. But when you do it this way, you'll be able to tie it tangibly to a number. And you'll be like, oh my God, today we made 10 sales of a 20K product, that's 200K. If it's a weekly podcast, that's 800K a month. It's not rocket science. So I said 6 figures and all these 7 figures is not really rocket science. It's just knowing your numbers and working with those numbers. It's scientific. All right? So you're like, okay, good. So now I made 10 sales because 500 people listen to this podcast. Interesting. How can I get 1,000 people to hear this podcast? How do I get 10,000 people to listen to this podcast? Okay, maybe if I bring a celebrity that has a large base. So back to the content. So with audio, there are many ways. The Skype call recorder, I have a different way that I do it. There's this free software on PC, on Windows. It's called, I don't use it anymore because I'm not using a Mac, but when I was using a Windows, Voice Meter. Voice, V-O-I-C-E, voice. Then meter, but it's spelled not the normal meter, it's spelled M-E-E-T-E-R. M-E-E-T-E-R. Meter. Voice Meter. It's free software. What it does is that it combines your microphone on your laptop with the person on Skype, so that when you are recording with your recording software, it picks them up as one feed. All right, so it will become one MP3 file. But if you don't want to think about all those things, just buy Skype call recorder. I can't remember how much it costs. It's available for PC, available for Mac. Okay. Skype call recorder. Okay. Now, let me even give you extra value for this audio podcast thing. See, one of the reasons that the Smart Business, maybe you don't know what the Smart Business Teleseminars was. I used to interview someone who was a captain of industry in life and business every single week, Thursdays, 8 p.m. live. Now, I used to have these conversations on Skype. But this is Nigeria, like I told you. All your Jackie Chan tech from the Obodo Ibo world, they bow to Nigerian realities. So, even though I might be able to have Skype, a good internet connection in my house, I can't guarantee that the person I want to interview would have good internet connection. Many Nigerians don't know the difference between 3G and Edge. It's true. Some will try and do a video call with Edge or 2G, and see breaking, right? So I thought, is there any other way? What if they are in traffic? What if they have no internet? And so I found a way to use Skype to call their mobile phone. And so we can have that conversation still on Skype, but I'm calling your mobile phone, recorded. Podcast is good to go. So many of those conversations were done, me calling the person's mobile phone for my podcast. The one we had with Charles Otudo, he was in traffic while we're doing the live show. In traffic. What I did was, you can buy Skype credits. Skype credits. And even Skype credits is cheaper than MTN to MTN. Trust me. Those of you that travel, that can be a hack for you. When I travel, I have to carry shoulder because of my smartness. When I travel, I buy Skype credits. Then when people call me, I don't answer. Because you get charged for roaming. When people call me, I don't answer. And I'll call them back on Skype. Because in the Obodo Ibo, there's a Wi-Fi everywhere. Very fast Wi-Fi. So you can call them on Skype, and it is very cheap. Very cheap. All right? So I just buy Skype credits. I'll just buy maybe like $10 worth of Skype credits. That won't last. So buy Skype credits, then call your guests. This way, you will always have content. Now, for those of you who are trying to do podcasting, if it's not your thing, fine. All right? But this way, you will always have your guests. Many people that want to do podcasting in Nigeria, I look at these guys like, man, you can't compete now if you can't put out content at a certain speed. You say, okay, when can we meet? In your home, or your office? That's a long thing. That's a long thing. Your competitors have already started generating content and they are moving fast. Nobody today is concerned about the 3D surround sound and all. They don't want to hear the thing. So studio, just be in your house. Will it be available 9 a.m.? Most of the time we say, will it be available tonight? It's always yes. Okay, after dinner, okay, fine. I'll get it done. But to find a time to meet one-on-one, Too many moving parts. I've gotten the most influential people on my show because we didn't have to meet in person. When I just tell them that, don't worry, all you have to do is that I'll just call your mobile number and we'll have a conversation for 60 minutes that'll be recorded. We're like, okay, cool, I can do that. So they just go and sit down and we converse. The show is out. All right? Smart. You don't have to meet in person. You don't have to. You ain't got to. All right? So that's it about audio. The same thing can happen with video. The other thing about video is that, you know, she has to go put on her makeup and all that, which is still good. You know, I do a lot of video, but that's just a consideration you need to put out there. But you can start reliably with audio. All right? So it can be a video recording. So back to the Innocent Osara interview. We meet on Skype. We verify that his Skype is working well. All right? We start Skype call recorder. Skype call recorder will record me on one side, his video on one side. Give you the MP4 file. You have a video. Your show don't complete. Yes? Zoom does the same thing too. I just said Skype because everybody uses Skype, right? But you can also use Zoom. Zoom is a free software. I think it works on both mobile and laptop. Good. So even if Mr. Innocent doesn't have his laptop where he is, as long as he has a phone that can accept a Zoom call, boom, you're good to go. All right? So once you're done with the conversation, Zoom gives you the video file. Just cut out maybe any mistakes you want to cut out. Add your adverts where you need to and all that, and you're good to go. That is an episode. So that episode of the show has come out. Live video. You might say, okay, you want to do it on Facebook Live. All right? On Facebook Live. Right now with your phone, you can invite somebody to join your Facebook Live broadcast as a guest. That's a show on its own. I mean, there are other more techie ways. I don't want to go into those things now so I don't confuse you. Software like OBS and all that good stuff, you can have guests on. But right now, the default functionality exists. All right? So looking through this formula now, it is a 3-step formula. All you need is to choose a category. When you choose a category, you now decide which content type do I want to use to convey this. All right? You choose. When you choose that, which content vehicle, you will never lack content. So this is your content generation factory right here. Case study. Okay. Give me an industry. Give me an industry. Food industry. Okay. What's your category? Okay. Small shops. Food industry. Okay. What's your company name?
Spring Bakes and Fries. Okay. How Spring Bakes and Fries cater to XYZ number of customers at the GT Bank Food and Drink Festival. That's case study. All right? Or, if you don't want it to be about you, how GT Bank organized the Food and Drink Festival. You know about the festival, right? You should, if you're in that industry. It's very important. That's how you can go above being a regular cook to being a chef. See, whenever I'm in any industry, I'm always looking for the posh part of that industry. When you are a cooker versus when you are a chef. No chef, you know, the one spoon of akamo, 10K. They'll call it something else. They'll just sprinkle strawberries, something else. He's now a chef. Alright? So that's an example of case study. How somebody did something. How a company did something, achieved a milestone. Okay? How Harvard Business Review recruited the best. How somebody did something. Okay? You okay with that? You're just doing a case study, you're just analyzing how this person did something. Simple. And most of them you can find this on Google. But then you look at like 3 to 5 blog posts come back. You have a post. I'm not saying plagiarize. So you can know what the company has been doing by looking at what's happening on the internet. Then you create content around that. Alright? Questions on content. Ma'am, I think that's before. Okay, but ask again. Categories. What's your industry?
Personal growth, personal
Personal development. What are your categories? Listen, guys. Okay, lots of categories. Yeah, personal development is a very rich industry, you know. Personal development, emotional mastery. That's one. Okay, emotional intelligence actually is a better word, I think. Yes. What else? Social intelligence. How to influence and influence people. And maybe people who don't know how to, they don't know how to make friends. That is one. Okay. What else? Personal development. Time management. Goal setting. Thank you. Procrastination. Yes. Okay. The procrastination though can be under goal setting. Sub category. Yes. Leadership. Even though leadership is like one kind of its own, but you can force it under. Shook it. You shook it to that personal development.
Take it by force.
Right?
Self-esteem. You know.
Productivity. That's a broad one.
Again, if you are in the abroad,
you can just sit down on top productivity and say that's your ministry. But it's not me. I will take all the money in Nigeria. I'll do productivity. I'll take that one join. Emotional. Yes, is how you corner the right. So are you familiar with categories? Right. So there's a lot there. You know. And again, you know general. All right. So getting content on each of those ones. That's simple. Just go to Google. You know, just Google. Okay, you pick here, pick there, pick there. You have content, and then by the time you now juxtapose it with your content type, okay, good. I have my categories now. Do I want to do a how to boost your self-esteem in 6 easy steps? All right. Do I want to do an interview? You interview someone in personal development. You know how to win friends and influence people. Okay, or you want to interview Innocent Sar on the science of emotional mastery. You know, or case study. You know, how a former college dropout was able to do X, Y, Z, okay? FAQ. People asking questions all the time. Thank you.
Sorry, not just Lagos big boy, he's Lekki big boy. Qualified.
Okay, I've not reached there yet. I'm still Lekki.
I'm still Lekki. We try to go to Banana Island, it's small. Alright?
That's okay. That's a case study. FAQ. People send you questions. My parents are always telling me that I will never do well. You know, and every time I try to do something,
I keep on hearing those voices in my head. You take that question as in an FAQ, Q&A, then you answer it, and you flesh it out, and you talk about how people can overcome that. That's FAQ. Best of 10 best ways to motivate yourself to peak performance. All right? You never finish, you. By the time you now say, okay, which vehicle do I want to use? Na keke, I've been a bus, I've been a Range Rover. Right? All right. But then you now enter here, you would just be like, wow, plenty. Okay, so do I want to do audio? All right? If that's your strength. Okay, do I want to do audio? Do I want to do an audio? Or do I want to type it out? All right? Or do I want to record a video? Maybe with slides, maybe with, I don't know. Do I want to do live video? So much. Right? Who has not asked a question before? Okay, Precious.
When it comes to generating content, I know I had this idea, but I'm wondering about the hype with doing, let's say, saying every day there's a particular kind of content that comes on. So, for example, you have something like Feedback Fridays. And
like themes.
Yes, like themes, kind of. So now what I'm wondering is how effective is that? Because I'm wondering when your content becomes so predictable, it might become boring to people. So I'm trying to see what attracts people more. Does that really work more than just going with what comes up to you when you get creative and all that?
Well, there's no direct answer to that. It all comes down to testing. Sometimes you would put out content on your maybe 4 or 5 categories, and you realize that one or two of them are your money makers. My brother, my sister. You know what to do. The 80-20 rule, all right? 80% of your profits will come from just 20% of your efforts, all right? So you have to look for the 20% of your efforts that are attributing for the 80% of your profits, and then you maximize them to increase your profits, all right? So out of your 5, you might find just 2. Also, people are always asking about this thing. Not just asking, they're actually putting money behind this thing. You were advertising this other one. They didn't really want to come for that event, but they're asking, how about that other one? Are you doing it again? This is something, all right? Give them more of that, right? So, I mean, when I started the group too, I was doing themes, something Monday, something Tuesday, but, you know, one of the, I like, no, I think I figured out that people just like business development, and I went in on both of them. Business, I went in both of them, right? So just a matter of you testing and just go hard on your 20% that gives you your 80% of your results, right? Yes, ma'am.
So I'm into behavioral management, and I'm wondering if I have a group, if I have a group, how do I convert them to be my audience? For instance,
your group is your audience.
My group is my audience.
Yes. Facebook group, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
But how do I get the email?
Well,
I believe
when I was talking about audiences, I talked about email, group, and messenger bots. If they're in your group, they're already in your audience. But you can also move them onto your email list if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
Well, yes.
You have a Facebook group, right?
Yes, I
So
do.
that's a good question, because most of the time you would normally have more people in your group than in your email list.
Yes.
So I'm very stubborn. Do not subscribe no matter what you say. So what I do is that every week I create a new lead magnet. Every week I put on the group, I just made this for you guys. Click here to get it. Click to subscribe. You need to subscribe before, subscribe again. And if you use good mailing list softwares, they don't send to the person twice, but just to double check. So put out a lead magnet every single week to get those who have not subscribed before to enter inside. So because they will sit in the welcome post to subscribe here, they will not subscribe. So put a lead magnet every single week. That's what I do. All right. Let me be sure that this is all I want to talk about first before I start accepting all these questions. Okay, so all right. So far, I have given us a very long message on. Let me go to the very beginning. I started from. Okay, so I started talking about products at the beginning. Okay. Beginning with the end in mind. So I'm going to end now by touching briefly on products. Just 10 minutes. Then maybe I'll take any last questions. All right. So now we know we use the platform to build our audience, right? Your audience will be on your email list, your Facebook group, and your messenger bots. Are we together? Good. So this is where your audience is going to be. Your audience, you have to nurture them with content. And I've given you a foolproof way of generating content. What I just taught you now, I've not taught it to my own people on my Facebook group. All right? I was planning to teach it on a webinar coming up on my group, but you guys have gotten to get the information first. All right? So with this content generation formula, you will always have content to give to your audience. When you can provide content with a certain level of frequency, you are quickly established in their minds as the authority in that field. There is nobody that will compete with you again because you are the one that has been consistently giving out content. They don't know that, man, you have a formula. They'll be asking you, how do you do it? How do you always say content? People ask me that all the time. How do you always have content to put out? There's a formula for everything, okay? So now you have the formula to feed them where the rubber hits the road. The products. How do you make money from them? All right? So you need to have, in my business, I have launch periods. All right? This is the deadline period where you can get this particular product. After this period, it's gone. Or it goes back to double the price. And we stick to it. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Silence, silence, silence. Thank you. Text each other. Text. Send WhatsApp messages. All right? On our Sungo house. Oh. Microphone. All right. So we have launch periods, okay? For me, end of month, salary period. Young man, tell me a story. See, I wanted to buy your course, so, but, my children went back to school. Why are you telling me? How is that my concern? But if you catch them just at that time before they go and buy useless things that will not help their life and destiny. Bring it. When I was marketing, there's this event I did around just, I think, 2 days before Christmas. You know, people are like, oh, you know, I was like, guy, see, don't carry your money to go and dance wedding. Those people are collecting money from you. Invest it here. Something that will build your life. Bring it here, bring it here. Pay for this program. End of month when salary is still hot. See, not everybody knows how to manage money like you. Those of you who know how to manage money. Not everybody knows how to do it like you. Once money just comes, hey, you know all these demons in Lagos, you know, when they see, if you think you have money in your pockets, they smell money. They just know. Yeah, see, I see, and auntie in our village, she just called and see, they just. So you have to just position yourself there. End of the month, position it. So have a launch period, okay? You send that message to your list, which is why we spend a lot of time talking about audience. You now have a ready pool of people that have been listening to you over time. No, battery don't die. Move closer. That know you, like you, and trust you. That you've been feeding with content. In their minds, you are the #1 authority in that field. And it's important that they see you as the #1 authority in that field. Or else they'll be asking, why should I buy from you and not this person? They will not ask that question because they've been indoctrinated over time to just your content, to just your radio channel, which is why you must keep up the consistency of content creation. Okay? So when you send them the message, okay, send them the emails, if it's by email, or it's by messenger bots, or it's your Facebook group, launch period for this product, this time to this time, you free me, put it out there, and you start taking your numbers. How many sales did you make this month? Versus how many people are in your audience. When you have those fundamental numbers, you now know how many people need to be in your audience to meet your financial targets. You get me? Types of products, I didn't go deep into that. We have video courses. I use Camtasia to record video courses, the software, or the cheapest one, screencast-o-matic.com. Okay, so write it down, go check it out when you get home. Screencast. Screen, S-C-R-E-E-N, your screen. Cast, to be a castaway. Right? Screencast -o-matic, the Chelsea defender that is now in Man U. Matic.com. Screencast-o-matic.com. Screencast-o-matic. So, video courses are my favorite, right? I don't think I've ever shown my face in any of my video courses. Yes? Courses. Courses, all right? Not covenants and courses. Yeah? Yeah, Camtasia. It's a bit expensive, so I prefer to just pitch Screencast-O-Matic. That one is cheaper. It's about $25 or so per year. Cheapest I know. So what it does is that it creates screencasts. You know what screencasts are? Screencast, you just, maybe assuming this is a slideshow now that's showing now, okay? What the screencast software does is that it combines the movement of the screen with my voice and makes it into a video file. So imagine me talking. So slide 1, personal effectiveness. Da, 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 da. Next slide. Slide 2, personal finance. Da, 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 da. Slide 3, social media marketing. Da, 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 da. It is recording the movement of the slides, moving with my voice into a video. So when somebody watches it, the person is basically watching a slideshow with your video talking over it. That's video courses. You don't have to show your face if you don't have to. I've never shown my face, even though I can if I want to, but I've never shown my face because it's that simple. All right? So Screencast-O-Matic is the software that can help you get it done. Audio programs sell. I've sold millions of naira worth of audio programs, so I know. Audio programs sell. The same thing as doing video courses, but there is no video. It's just you recording. Just get paper, make out your outline, plug in your microphone, and start talking. When you're done, hit stop. If you have some ums and ahs that you would like to edit, fine. I use Audacity to clean it up. But if you feel that it's good to go, that's an MP3 file. You sell. The reason why many audio programs don't sell. Hey, I wish I had my laptop here. I've shown you guys something, but don't worry. Use your mind. The reason why many audio programs don't sell, people don't think audio programs sell, is because you don't know how to present it. Do you know what sells an audio program? Who can guess? Yes? What? The what? Okay, no. That contributes, no? What? No? What else? Package. Okay, package is part of it. Title. Okay. I was gonna the image, the flyer. That's what sells it. Perceived value. I learned this thing from a man named Grant Cardone. This guy sells audio program. I'm like, wait. What is the science behind people buying a bloody MP3? What's the science? And I just looked at it. You go to his website, the way he presents it to you is like a blockbuster action movie. Not ordinary audio, but the way the album art, you know what album art is? The way it is designed is already giving you a mental picture of what you will get from it from when you actually start listening to it. They're already selling, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this has been in front of me the whole time. Go to Kindle, Amazon. What sells their books is the cover. Go to another Amazon company, Audible. They sell audiobooks. What sells the audiobook? The cover. So I think that's where a graphic designer takes so much time to design a cover for an ordinary audio. There's something here. How do you sell audio programs? Design a very good cover. I took when I was in the teleseminars, when I saw this, I was like, I took my graphic designer, guy, see this guy's website. I want to do our own like his own, like that. The way his own flyer is, do it like this one, like this. Let's sell it. Right? So that perceived value, it helps to sell audio course. So if you're using a laptop, you can use Audacity. That's my software of choice. Write it down. Audacity, as in the synonym of boldness. AUDACITY. Audacity. All right, that's what I used to record on laptop. All right, so that's about audio courses. And then PDFs, I told you, use Google Docs. Now, finally, before I let you guys run away, many people have this lingering question. For those of you who have never created a video course before, you have this question in your head. Now I have created my video course. How do I deliver it? Abi? How do I get across to those who bought? Abi? Good. For me, I have Smart Camp Academy. All right, Smart Camp Academy was built on a technology called LMS. LMS, Learning Management Solution. That's a technical term. All right. With WordPress, you have WordPress plugins for e-learning. All right. So if you're able to work around WordPress, there are plugins that can turn your website into an online school. For example, Wish List Member. Write it down. Wish to make a wish. List to have an email list. Member to be a member of my church. All right. Wish List Member. That's a plugin. Personally, I use one called Learn Dash. To learn something, to dash me money. Learn Dash. I don't know whether it's learndash.com or anything, but just Google it. Yeah, it turns your WordPress website into an e-learning website, into an online school. You can put your videos there. Now, these are a bit technical. Those of you who have the strength and grabness to handle it, good for you. For those of you who don't want to go through the rigors of the tech, you can use a free solution called Teachable. It's free. Everything has been designed. Just create your account, upload your videos there. Okay, I'm going somewhere. Then when people pay you money for the course, you register them manually, give them username and password to your Teachable online class. You get it? It's as simple as that. All right? So create your online course. Teachable has tools. You upload your videos to Teachable, your modules, your lesson notes, everything, and then you have a URL. Okay? If your name is Tommy, for example, your URL will be tommy.learndash.com. That will be your online school. It's free. They have paid plans, but we're Nigerians, we can manage a free one, right? So we have that. When somebody pays you, you can go to your back end. You have a back end where you can create users, students. The paid version lets students create by themselves. The free one, you have to create it yourself. Don't worry, we can do the work. So you go there, you create the students by yourself. Also, send your students a guide on how to log in. I sell a lot to Nigerians, so I know how much hand-holding goes into delivering products to Nigerians. So you have to create guides. Go to this URL. When you log in, use this username, use this password. You can find the lessons on this menu, on that menu, and that menu, and that is it. Okay. And then again, don't forget, Minus Teachable, which is on the back end. What also sells your video course is the flyer. What sells events like this is the flyer. See, Wealth Acceleration Bootcamp. There's a private jet there. There's a happy family here. There's a Mercedes-Benz there. Okay? This is what is selling it fair. So you're like, wow, the perception of what you think. Okay? So your flyer has to sell it. Don't, those of you that know me know I don't play with branding. Okay? Don't play cheap. Get somebody that's a book to design your flyer for you in a way that will compel you, compel the person to buy. One last thing about branding. Look like somebody that does not need the money. That's why many people crash. 6 ways to building wealth. Bros, they look you so. People are saying you need the wealth past me. like you need the ebook more than me you are selling to. You know. I know, I don't mean the deceitful side of it, but you need to build. See, again, I get many of my lessons from the Bible. I'll run through this real quickly. When God sent Prophet Samuel to go and anoint a new king of Israel, he said you should go to the house of Jesse and anoint one of his sons to be king. He didn't tell him which one. So when he went now, he saw the first one was grab, beard gang. You know, the guy was grabbed, six-pack, everything. This guy, he looks big and strong. This guy can be a leader. And God said, no, not him. Okay, next one. This guy, the guy is doing sporty wave. This guy should be a leader. And then he went on through all the 7 sons until last, they found David somewhere, anointed him as king, and that whole thing ended. What was the moral of the story? The moral of the story there, as God was telling Samuel, was that man looks at what? The outward appearance, but I look at the heart. My question to you, my brothers and sisters, are you selling to God? Who are you selling to? What would they look at? Thank you very much.
What do I need to do to connect with you to do that beyond just being here today, being on blah, 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 blah? Next line. Am I asking anybody this question?
Okay, so the first step is to be on Smart Becamp because, not everything.
How many of you are on it already?
All right.
Okay, who is yet to get there? Can you get there now?
Get on the Facebook group, man.
Okay.
That's where everything is happening, man. All right, so first things first, to be on Smart Becamp, we have periodic training events that we hold, some physical, some virtual. We sell online courses. We are not reselling the ones we sold last year, where we are making a new curriculum for 2018 because things that worked last year might not work this year.
Yeah.
There are new emerging technologies that are coming out and want to give you guys the best shot at success in 2018. So we are creating a new learning curriculum. As soon as the courses are out, we'll put them out on the Facebook group, but you will never know if you're not on the Facebook group. Once you're there on the Facebook group, you know what I'm doing anywhere. People on Instagram don't know. People on my Facebook profile don't know. Only those in my Facebook group know exactly what's going on. The best of my connections in the group. And when we have paid stuff, you'll see it in the group too. All right? So if you have maybe group trainings and stuff like that, you can send me an email, john@smartbecamp.com. JOHN, the Baptist. Oh, not the Baptist. That guy died. The other guy, the guy that lived long. That one. John@smartbecamp.com. Right?
When you hear people say to you, I hear that a lot. Please, I want you to be my mentor. As absurd as that sounds, what's usually your response?
Well, my response is that if you are on Smart Becamp, you already have that.
Yep.
The quality of content I put on Smart Camp is my life, is my thoughts, is
Say
my
no,
brain.
no. I want your personal number.
It can't happen. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I will literally cease to exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one I think is I want to be able to. The question has escaped actually. I had a question in mind.
Thank God.
Somebody help me now. No, not those ones.
I'm 31. Everybody knows my age now. I'm 31 years old. At least in Smart Camp, you know my age now.
Just 31?
Yeah, no. That's why I say the wisdom is going when you're young. Have sense now. Eh? Now with the sweet.
Okay.
Any more questions? When am I getting married?
Yeah.
Abi? Sit them.
You know, I sat there and I was having a conversation with someone. One of the things that happens with most of us is somebody, hey, John, they will meet you now as you go outside. Remember the question now. They meet you there, but this is not the question. They meet you there and they say, I have this other question I want to ask. This is if you are modeling success, if you want to model success, don't ask him the unique solutions for your challenge. Find out what inspires him. Do you like it when people were throwing questions at him and how resourceful he was answering the question? So you want to ask, how do you were you like that 5 years ago? Were you like that 10 years ago? What are your favorite books? Who are your favorite authors? Where do you go for inspiration? We don't ask those kind of questions. Just spoon feed me. Spoon feed me. I have this challenge. You send me a message quickly on WhatsApp. Tell me, how do I deal with this situation? I have this challenge. But you see, when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad many years ago, and my biggest demon was poverty. I was reading the book, and once Kiyosaki mentioned this book that he read in the 70s, I ordered for it online immediately. I just sent, there was no online purchase, blah, blah, Nigeria. This was like the 90s. So I would 98, 99, I would just call somebody in the US and say, I need this book. They say, oh, I read this other one, Wealth of Nations. I'll ask for the book. Because I wanted to know, what was it that this guy read that made him think like this? So when you want to model success, you want to know the person's beliefs, the person's values, not the person's answers. Answers is like asking him for fish. Truly successful people are looking at, teach me how to fish. Do you get that? So find out what inspires him, what makes him sustain this level of results, what is making this person think like this consistently, what's giving him the consistent push and drive. Not just hand me down, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down. Okay? If I want to get a selfie today, can I get one?
Yes, of course.
Where? Here?
Yes.
Do I have to pay something?
No, it's free. As long as you are inside this building. Outside, it's per minute billing. Outside per minute billing.
Any question? The last two questions. You have not asked any question. You have not asked any question. You have. No, I'm looking for people who have not. You have not asked. You have asked. You have not asked. Okay. Who else? You asked, madam. Okay, you asked, and then Wura, one of my persons. Yes, sir. You, yeah.
Okay, what inspires me? Knowledge. Knowledge, basically. Knowledge makes me happy. Learning about stuff. It's the poor man that believes that money can make you happy. So I cannot tell you honestly, oh, I'm doing it so that I can be rich. I'll be rich, yes, it's a natural consequence of excellence. Yeah, but it's not why I'm doing it. I just like knowing. I hate not knowing. I love intelligence. Right? You hear the way that I speak versus when I tell about my background. Like, so how manage? Where did Fone enter from? It's not necessarily Fone, but ever since I was a child, you can't tell me a new word. I don't know the meaning, and I'll go home and sleep that night. No, I must learn it. Alright? The first time I ever left this country was in 2015. But before then, I can tell you a lot about many countries in the world, their governments, their histories, their dispensations, how this one's moved from this revolution to the other. I've already expanded my mind on the internet for free before I even crossed border, and it now became permanent. Right? So what really drives me is knowledge. As on one hand, another thing is I see myself as an architect of civilization. What do I mean by that? Who are the architects of our civilization? People who built this new world that we are living in. Leonardo da Vinci, Bill Gates, the guy who made Apple, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. People who made their mark in the field of sports, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. These are people who are going to be studied generations from now. Why? Because they helped to build this new world. Thomas Edison, the light bulb. Nikola Tesla. Without that man, we'll not have lights today. All right? This guy that made the telephone, something Bell, Graham Bell, right? I think about such, I'm like, okay, do we just outsource the development of our society to these people? They don't have two heads. Why can't I be a pillar of civilization too? A lot of the things that we on this level of personal development read were written by people like the earliest guys, Earl Nightingale. Who else on that generation? Dale Carnegie, yes, that generation. Who else in that generation? No, but is still our generation. Napoleon Hill, right? Rockefeller was written about, really. I don't know if he wrote his own, you know, but he's also an actor of civilization. So yes? Exactly. Getty. You know, here even they have the Getty Museum. Yeah. So people like that, they created the world we are living in. And I'm thinking, like, what stops me from also contributing my quota to creating this world? All right? Why would I leave it to the entertainers, with no disrespect to the entertainers? All right? Who's going to be my daughter's mentor? Right? One of it, yeah, that's a valid one. I mean, look, a lot of you, I talk about this all the time. I was watching, you know, something went viral on social media. Some celebrity that a lot of young girls love to listen to got on her platform and said something and said, look, young people, have fun in your 20s, have a one-night stand, kiss a stranger. I was like, what? No, at the point I thought, okay, maybe it's a prank, maybe she's joking, maybe she'll just laugh it off at the end. No, it was real. You know, and you that you think you have the message, you are, I'm shy. No, I can't leave the development of the society to your hands. No, you are not qualified. I am. So that's what pushes me. That's what drives me. If I believe I have the message, I believe you must hear me. I didn't come to this world for 5 people to know me. No, it's my destiny, it's my duty to be famous because I have the message. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Most of you just sit on your mind, you'll be there criticizing your mind. See this one. That's what they don't even know. They don't have sense. Talk. They don't have sense, but they are foolishly courageous. In their foolishness, they are courageous. People are like, oh, people are going to, my haters are commenting on my, those people don't act as if they have haters, though. Their bounce back ability is phenomenal. They come out, they project their foolishness courageously. What's stopping you? So me now see, oh, me, you have these values, and I'll now be keeping quiet in my house. No. I'll be famous for what I stand for, and you will hear me. All right? So that's what really drives me. I mean, on the side, yeah, the money is good. And it will always be good, but this is what drives me. Those of you who read my post I put out, is it this morning or yesterday? I said, hunger is an effective motivator until you are full. All right? Any other question?
Finance, support system. So how can a passionate person like me, raise finance to?
Can you meet John at the end of this meeting? Yeah, that would be good. What's your question, ma'am? Yes. On a scale of preference, what books will you recommend? Yeah.
Okay, so before I get to books, there was something I missed out when I was talking about people who are foolishly courageous on their platforms. Those of us who are in our 30s, many of us are over 30 here, you know all the yama yama that you are still trying to recover from as a result of all the nonsense that happened in our younger years. These are the things that are not advertised when they advertise this lifestyle. The worst thing is some of them are going through the consequences of stupidity, but they'll never talk. They'll put on their makeup, put on the camera, and still say their nonsense. Many young people will go through the same cycle again. Through the same cycle. Me, I was lucky to have escaped though. I just got, at one point, let me tell you guys a story. I'm so sorry. I like telling this story everywhere I go. When I was, how was I, 15, 16? Just before university, you know. My father moved us to the village. God, I hated being in the village. I hated it, you know, but anyway, we're there. So one day, my dad, by the way, was a pastor. My dad went out, and one of his pastor friends came to look for him, and I was at home. So I told him, my dad's not home, but you can wait here till he comes back, because I knew the guy too. So waiting outside the gate, because inside was hot, waiting outside the gate. And while we were there, I was just so disinterested with the whole thing, you know, but one guy was coming down the street. The guy was ringing bell. Background was saying in Igbo, I don't speak Igbo, but he was saying something that sounded like repent and all that kind of thing in Igbo. So I looked at the guy, I just threw away eye. You know, but the guy was limping somehow. This guy tapped me and said, do you know why that guy is limping like that? I said, no. He said, many years ago, this guy was one of the richest men in the village. This guy, one of the richest men in the village. At that time, all the women were at his beck and call. He had money. It was flowing easily. But he made his money with hard drugs. He was a drug pusher at the time, you know. So life was going very well with him, going very well. And one day, and of course, you know, when they bribe people at the border and all that, you can never get caught, you know, in their minds. And so one fateful day, he wanted to make extra money. So he now put some drugs inside his anus. The first day he tried it too. The only day it's alright. So anyway, he got on the plane. They are not even taking off. The guy started feeling, now passed out. And so they can't rush the guy. What they found out that the thing had burst inside somewhere. I don't know how the thing was just a funny complication that he had to be operated on. He almost died, but it involved them cutting off a significant portion of his buttock. You know, and then he spent all his money on treatment. I don't know. I think he narrowly escaped jail. You know, but he spent all the money on treatment. And those people that were using him to send the drugs to, they abandoned him because it was now a liability. Spent all his money on the treatment and everything. And while he was on a sick bed, he found God. And now he's on the streets of my village ringing bell, telling people to repent. That was an interesting story, but the only thing that stood out to me was that, do I have to go through all these things to have sense? And trust me, I didn't really have sense at that time. I was I wasn't really a bad person, but I was just this young, energetic, discontent. You know, what am I doing in the village? Smart as with all the sense I have, moving to I was just so much resentment, just pre-university. You know, so I don't know, any kind of mentorship would have swung me either way. You know, so I was just at that stage. So when I heard the guy, I could see the guy limping. I was like, do I have to go through this to have sense? I was there, I humbled myself. In hindsight, I am kind of suspecting that guy may have been planted by my father. I don't know. I'm thinking, you know. So one of the things that drives me, you know, is people who not just jump into such lifestyles, but people who are pulled into those lifestyles, guess what? By those who even know better. You know, and you're pulling them inside. How about? You're a devil now. Okay? But it's not for you to be fighting those people. Build your own platform. Yeah? Pay the cost to be famous. Listen, another story, I can't help myself. There's a place that in the Bible, how many of you sing this song? He has broken the gates of brass. Very good. Do you know that song was not for you Christians? You know? What's that song for? That song was for a pagan king, Cyrus. All right? And if you read the verse very well, God said, Cyrus, I will do this for you, this for you, because you are the one that has been ordained to take my people out of captivity. He said, I will do all these things for you, even though you will never acknowledge me. Check it. And so I was talking with my friend, who is also named Cyrus. You know, I asked him, so why Cyrus? And we kept on reading down. He said, I'm choosing Cyrus because he will do this thing without asking for a price. Some of us, we have that thing in our minds, oh, there's no money in this thing. Many of you that know Smart Big Camp, I did Smart Big Camp for money. Oh. I think I ran it for like 1 year, 6 months before I ever launched a product. Now, there's all good business plan, but I'm telling you real life. There was no business plan. I wanted to just do it. That was my own effort to being an architect of civilization. I had how I was making my money. I made my money well first. As a matter of fact, those of you who know, when was the group founded? At my father's funeral. That was when I opened the group. We were digging graves somewhere. I was just there. Just on my phone, open group. Sent a broadcast to my BBM contact list. Bam, we had our first 700 members. Work don't start. All right? Some of us here, some of the things that you want to do, it is your duty. Find how to monetize it. Find how to monetize it. It is your duty. Who are you going to leave to do it? Someone that does not have sense? Someone that will be a predator? All right? I think it is your duty. All right? It is your duty to be popular. You have 50 followers. You should be ashamed of yourself. Go and look for how to increase it. I have 30,000 followers on Twitter. All right? I don't really use Twitter that much. But when you see Twitter and my followership, 30,000, for some superficial, illogical reason, you respect me more. Good. Then you listen to what I have to say. Do you understand? You come to Facebook, you see the influence, you see the things that I do. Your carnal mind has been tweaked to bow down to money. I be good. I have the money now. Listen. Do you understand? I see myself as an architect of civilization. I think everybody else here is an architect of civilization. There's something that you know, something you can do to build. Who will be your children's mentors? Think about it. What makes me really happy is when I go and speak and I see people who are young as 17, 18, be like, wow, mentor me. I want to learn what you know. It makes me really happy that you're not following the video. It makes me really happy. That's what drives me. All right? That's how I can answer that question better.
Now,
right? Sure. Books. The number one book that you can read is by James Allen. It is titled, that title again, As a Man Thinketh. Number one book, As a Man Thinketh. That's the first book on personal development I ever read, and it set the tone for me. It turned my head upside down. All right. Which other one? Just have that one first, and then the one that Mr. Sarah mentioned, the science of getting rich. All right. The Science of Getting Rich. Those are the two books. All right.
Okay. Can we appreciate John, please, today? If the hand clap you are giving today is the only payment you have made, is that how you would clap? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
question.
Okay.
When will you smile?
What else to do? All right. Wait, just to.
Where's my camera? Okay, snap it.
All right, done.
Let's take Ijoma.
Hold on. Innocent details. Talk to Innocent them.